Committed to providing care. It's simple. Patient care is their #1 priority. Their transportation service is available to the public, including those with disabilities. Through reservation scheduling, they can transport within Custer and Logan County communities, including Callaway, Oconto, Arnold, Gandy, and Stapleton. Go and say hi soon and ask for more information at the Callaway District Hospital. Power Solutions LLC, your local Vermeer dealer, has an economical feed wagon that has a strategic design, allowing flexibility to blend rations with various ingredients. Then it effectively distributes a consistent ration to your cattle. What can be better than a happy, healthy cow? Interested? Give them a call at 308-872-5522 or stop on by 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2.
Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated super fast broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, look for them now on Facebook, facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
Having trouble getting those flies away from your livestock? Talk to them at AgriBest Feeds in Callaway to do away with pests. Check out their Sweet Pro tubs and minerals for cows and horses with garlic for fly control, now with heat stress formula as well, or Redmond salt with 60+ trace minerals also with garlic. They carry livestock equipment from Powder River and Tartar, as well as AeroQuip chutes and portable tub alley systems. Open Monday to Friday 8 to 5 and Saturday 8 until noon. 1 block west of the Co-op in Callaway. AgriBest Feeds.
And again, we welcome you back to Sutherland High School, getting you ready for a special sports broadcast tonight as we bring you special live coverage of the MNAC versus MNAC Girls and Boys All-Star Basketball Games. This is the second year of the event. Of course, the first year was a year ago, and it was such a success that both conferences wanted to come together and do it again. Of course, the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference includes many of the area schools that we cover throughout the year here on KCNI and KBBN Radio. The MAC is the Minuteman Activities Conference, which includes several schools from out in western Nebraska. So the two conferences coming back together again this year for conference bragging rights. Last year we had two outstanding games that both went right down to the wire, and we're hoping to have that kind of excitement for you again in 2023. As we continue in our pre-show, we want to say thanks to these businesses who are sponsoring our live video stream tonight. And again, you can access it by going to sandhillsexpress.com. You can also go directly to our Sandhills Express Facebook page or the Sandhills Express YouTube channel to view our video stream accompanied by the radio call this evening. Providing live coverage on video tonight, we say thank you to Lyons Appliance, Callaway District Hospital, along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, Power Solutions, Consolidated, AgriBest Feeds, Dairy Queen, First State Insurance of Arnold, the Twin Loop Boosters, The Secret Garden, Moline Seed and Fence, Insurance of the Heartland, and Trias Ag. Also helping us with our video stream tonight, we say thanks to Team Physical Therapy, Mead Lumber, and Agland ATV. Well, we got the whole crew here tonight. Grant Winter is working our first game on the video camera. He'll join Larry Cotner, who's also with us tonight. They'll call the boys' game for you. Larry's going to come to the booth and join me for coverage of the girls' game, and we'll get Larry's thoughts on tonight's action when we come back right after this.
Cool display at Mills Hardware in Arnold? You probably thought it was as big as it could ever be. Well, you better go back and see it again soon because it's even bigger. The display is now 350 feet long. 3 aisles of Milwaukee tools that lead the industry in durability and performance. Simply put, the selection and knowledge you'll get when you choose Mills Hardware is going to be top-notch. Mills Hardware in Arnold, proud to be the area's premier Milwaukee connection.
Dairy Queen in Broken Bow is looking for new members for their awesome team. What could be better than making delicious ice cream treats and amazing food for Central Nebraska? They are looking for help both part-time and full-time for all shifts. No experience is necessary. They'll train you to be successful and awesome. Dairy Queen in Broken Bow, now hiring. They are proud to help bring you this sports broadcast.
The J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency has served the Seven Valleys for many years, offering complete insurance coverage, affordable pricing, and prompt claim service. Over those years, they have gotten to know the families of the area quite well. So as many of those families attend sporting events, the J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency would like to take a moment to wish good luck to all the athletes from the area competing. Enjoy the coverage, brought to you in part by J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency in Callaway.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things. Like the strong hands of a farmer who gets up early to harvest opportunity, or the delicate fingers of a pastry chef who bakes everything from the heart. When the hands behind your business are hard at work, we offer our hands for support. Because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loop Wolves is brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters, whose members include First National Bank Sargent, Forget Me Not Shop, Govier Brothers Mortuary, Grint Farm Supply, Hilltop Ranch, Greg, Jody, Terry, and Luke Smith, Joe and Cindy Horkey, KC&I, KBBN Radio, Kettleboro Trucking, John and Brenda Kettleboro, Krause Angus Ranch, Kenneth and Laura Krause, Krause Repair and Cedar Tree Cutting, Louis Body Shop, Maverick Truck Stop, the Morgan Ranch, and Muttonhead Ranch with Greg and Carol Ann Fensky. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters.
Some secrets just can't be kept. At the Secret Garden, their store is filled with unique gifts, handmade crafts and antiques, cards, candies, candles, and much more. They now carry Day Spring devotions as well. Open the first and third Friday and Saturday of each month. Galatians 6, verse 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. The Secret Garden, outside of Myrna, proud to help sponsor this broadcast of the Ansamo Myrna Coyotes.
The cows are on grass, and you've been checking water. Let Moline Seed and Fence take the expense out of checking tanks. Gallagher Liquid Monitoring is here. No need for cell service. These run fully off satellite, giving you exact water level in your tank at all times. Moline Seed and Fence bringing you the best in technology to help your ranch run more efficiently. Call Shane today at Moline Seed and Fence at 308-529-0781.
And we welcome you back to Sutherland High School. Brent Apperson joined now by Larry Cotner, who will help us call tonight's All-Star Games. Well, Larry, this is a great event. They started it a year ago. It was such a success, as we said in the Open, and the two conferences coming back together here this year and holding this All-Star Game once again at this beautiful gymnasium in Sutherland. You and I have called some of these conference All-Star Games over the years. Always a fun dynamic with these games because players that you have played against for 4 years, you now play with the same goal, and that's always fun to see.
And the thing about that is, you've got conference pride on the line. The Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference, the Minuteman Activities Conference, they're going to say Central Nebraska's better. No, the Nebraska Panhandle and Western Nebraska are better. And they're going to get here tonight and have some fun and go out and play. And there's always some different dynamics that always make this a little bit more fun as well.
And I remember when I did my very first high school conference all-star game, I think it was, it would have been the old Loop Valley Conference against the old Central Platte Conference, I believe, was one that we did. And when I went into it, of course, in my mind, I've got the NBA all-star game in my mind where there's no defense that is played. These games are different. These kids are going to defend. They're going to challenge the opponent. And, yeah, we'll see plenty of offense, and I know both teams will try to get up and down the floor. They'll shoot the three, but they will defend, and this will be a physical, normal-type game. At least that's the way I've discovered these to be over the years.
Yeah, and more for the most part, they'll start out a little slow, everybody kind of feeling their way through it. But as the game goes, it's just like a pickup game for these kids out there. They're going to get competitive. They're going to want to win.
Should be a great night. Girls game is up first. MNAC versus the MAC. The boys game will follow, and we've got them both for you tonight here on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com. We're going on the live video stream now as well. You can access it through sandhillsexpress.com, on the Sandhills Express Facebook page, and on the Sandhills Express YouTube channel. Should be a great night. We can't wait to bring the action to you. We'll quickly check out your starting lineups for the girls' all-conference matchup right after this quick word.
Opportunity to become Dad's favorite. Brent and the crew at Lines Appliance would love to help you make that happen. Go shop for Dad and check out their selection of grills and coolers. What better way to be on Dad's good side than getting him in front of a brand new grill? The bonus? He'll make you food on it. The best grill and cooler brands, the best grill and cooler quality. It's at Lines Appliance in Broken Bow. Happy Father's Day from Lines Appliance.
And we bring it back to Sutherland. Let's take a look at your projected starting lineups now for tonight's Girls All-Conference All-Star Game between the MNAC and the MAC. The MNAC starters go like this: Amy Evans of Hyannis, Alexis Mahler of Twin Loop, Carly Bartok of Anselmo Myrna, Ava Pandorf of South Loop, and Shaylin Safranik of Anselmo Myrna, your projected starters for the MNAC. Others on the team that we'll see tonight: Catherine Folkers of Twin Loop, Elsie Otten of Twin Loop, Taylor Ross of South Loop, J.C. Spangler of Arthur County, and Lauren Johnson of South Loop. Starters for the MAC Conference expected to be Kiara Miller of Baird, Lily Tabor of Potter Dix, McKenna Kruger of Garden County, Haley Keenan of South Platte, and Avery Hayward of South Platte. We'll come back and get things started. The tip-off is coming up next on KBBN Radio.
And Propane salute all area athletes and their coaches and wish all the area teams the best of luck in central Nebraska. Rural residents depend on safe, efficient propane to cook their food, heat their homes, and even dry their grain. They call Progressive Fertilizer and Propane in Callaway for reliable delivery. As part of the Seven Valleys community for many years, they enjoy watching area youth excel in high school sports. Check your tank, and when you need propane, call Progressive Fertilizer and Propane of Callaway.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loop Wolves is brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters, whose members include Central Nebraska Telephone, Orville's Repair, Prairie Thunder Game Birds, Ron and Margie Richardson, Roberts Chiropractic, Sargent Chamber of Commerce, Sargent Corner Market, Sargent Insurance Agency, Sargent Packing, Sheets Irrigation, Jerry and Shelley Sheets, Cicada Law Office LLC, Slagle Angus Kristen Slagle, Speltz Lumber Company, and Stars Wildlife Inn. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters.
The Callaway District Hospital welcomes new patients. They are committed to providing local access to high-quality care. It's simple. Patient care is their number one priority. Their transportation service is available to the public, including those with disabilities. Through reservation scheduling, they can transport within Custer and Logan County communities, including Callaway, Oconto, Arnold, Gandy, and Stapleton. Go and say hi soon and ask for more information at the Callaway District Hospital. Is it time to invest in a feeding solution more suited to your current needs? Power Solutions LLC now offers Vermeer feeding equipment, which means they have feed wagons and vertical mixers to go along with the Vermeer forage equipment they offer. Feel free to stop in and see them 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2 and check them out. Or give them a call at 308-872-5522.
Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, look for them now on Facebook, facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
Having trouble getting those flies away from your livestock? Talk to them at AgriBest Feeds in Callaway to do away with pests. Check out their Sweet Pro tubs and minerals for cows and horses with garlic for fly control, now with heat stress formula as well, or Redmond salt with 60+ trace minerals also with garlic. They carry livestock equipment from Powder River and Tartar, as well as Aeroquip chutes and portable tub alley systems. Open Monday to Friday 8 to 5 and Saturday 8 until noon. 1 block west of the Co-op in Callaway. AgriBest Feeds.
If you've ever seen the Milwaukee tool display at Mills Hardware in Arnold, You probably thought it was as big as it could ever be. Well, you better go back and see it again soon because it's even bigger. The display is now 350 feet long. 3 aisles of Milwaukee tools that lead the industry in durability and performance. Simply put, the selection and knowledge you'll get when you choose Mills Hardware is going to be top-notch. Mills Hardware in Arnold, proud to be the area's premier Milwaukee connection.
Dairy Queen in Broken Bow is looking for new members for their awesome team. What could be better than making delicious ice cream treats and amazing food for Central Nebraska? They are looking for help both part-time and full-time for all shifts. No experience is necessary. They'll train you to be successful and awesome. Dairy Queen in Broken Bow, now hiring. They are proud to help bring you this sports broadcast.
The J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency has served the Seven Valleys for many years, offering complete insurance coverage, affordable pricing, and prompt claim service. Over those years, they have gotten to know the families of the area quite well. So as many of those families attend sporting events, the J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency would like to take a moment to wish good luck to all the athletes from the area competing. Enjoy the coverage, brought to you in part by J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency in Callaway.
Again, we welcome you back to Sutherland High School, getting ready to tip it off now in this all-star game between the MNAC and the MAC. Girls game up first. As we mentioned, the boys game will follow. We've got both of them for you tonight on KBBN Radio. And again, we're live on our video stream as well, accessible through sandhillsexpress.com. You can go directly to the Sandhills Express Facebook page or Sandhills Express YouTube channel as well. So here we go, the MNAC and the MAC, the second annual all-star game between the two conferences, and we are ready to go with basketball here on KBBN Radio. Haley Keenan of South Platte will jump in the center against Shaylin Safranek of Anselm-Smyrna, and the MNAC All-Stars will control the tip. Carly Bartok off to Ava Pandorf. Pandorf step back three, a little short, no good. They fight for the rebound, and it's taken away by Avery Hayward of South Platte. Of course, for Larry and I, we are very familiar with many of the players we see suiting up for the MNAC All-Stars. Our first opportunity really to see these All-Stars from the MAC Conference as the Minuteman Activities Conference throws it away on their opening possession. After the turnover, MNAC with the basketball. We're just underway in this girls' all-star game. Carly Bartok for three off the mark, no good. Alexis Mahler with the rebound. Bounce pass inside to Safranek, puts it up and rattles around the rim and through. And the MNAC scores first.
Something we were very familiar with throughout the year, the last 3 or 4 years. Safranek going tough inside.
Handling the basketball, Kiera Miller of Baird. Reaching in, Ava Pandorf of South Loop. She'll get whistled for the foul. Nearing a minute gone here in this opening quarter. We can tell you we'll play with 4 10-minute quarters in this all-star game tonight. Lily Tabor of Potter Dix trying to enter it inside to Keenan of South Platte. Pass deflected, knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the MNAC All-Stars.
And I'm not real sure how we're going to go with the fouls. I asked the official, and he goes, good question. We'll have to go find out, but they never told us.
Yeah, there's going to be new rules in regards to free throw shooting and fouls as we enter the upcoming basketball season, but I'm kind of sensing we're going to play with the old rules for this game. Nice drive on the baseline by Lily Tabor of Potter Dix, who puts it up and in.
That was a very nice move. She just kind of glided along that baseline.
MNAC with the ball. Pandorf off to Alexis Mahler. Mahler dribbles to the top of the key. To Safranek, inside to Bartok, off the mark, no good, and the rebound controlled by Haley Keenan of South Platte, and they throw it away, do the MAC All-Stars in the backcourt. And this kind of goes back to what Larry was saying in the open. I mean, these girls are used to playing against each other, not with each other, so you're going to see little things like this, or you're maybe not on the same page. MAC with the turnover, MNAC with the ball. Safranek out to Pandorf, trying to drive on the baseline. Puts it up and scores. Ava Pandorf of South Loop, first-team all-conference player for the MNAC during the season. gives the MNAC All-Stars a 2-point lead.
And that was not an easy shot that she made. She had a taller defensive player on her and still got it over.
Tabor, a deep two, no good. Offensive rebound, Keenan, the putback wouldn't go. And then as they fight for the rebound, coming up with it was Kiera Miller of Baird, but she's going to get whistled for a travel. So the MAC All-Stars turn it over. MNAC basketball with 8:05 to go here in the opening quarter.
And already both at the defensive end and the offensive end have seen good technique from Haley Keenan of South Platte on the rebounding position.
Shaylin Safranik launching it from the top of the key. Short, no good. Goes out of bounds, and the ball goes back over to the MAC. Well, now we got a whole new 5 to introduce to you. Coming in for the MNAC All-Stars, Catherine Folkers of Twin Loop enters. Elsie Otten of Twin Loop, Taylor Ross of South Loop, J.C. Spangler of Arthur County, and Lauren Johnson of South Loop on the floor now for the MNAC All-Stars. With the basketball, Hayward of South Platte kicks it out in the corner for Kruger. Launches one from deep. It's off the mark, no good, but the offensive rebound picked up by Lily Tabor of Potter Dix. With it out on the wing is Avery Hayward of South Platte. They bounce it inside to Keenan. Now back out to Tabor. Dribbles into a double team. Finds Miller with it. Now the shot from 18 feet. No good by Keenan of South Platte. Rebound to the MNAC All-Stars. And Elsie Otten of Twin Loop will control. Passes off to Lauren Johnson, who gives it up to Taylor Ross of South Loop. Dribbles into the lane. Kick out Spangler for a 3. Off the mark, no good. And the long rebound controlled by Lily Tabor of Potter Dix. Sending it ahead to Avery Hayward of South Platte, but the pass a little bit out of Hayward's reach. The MAC All-Stars turn it over. MNAC basketball with just over 3 minutes played here in this opening quarter.
MAC right now with a 6-2 advantage on the rebounds, but they've turned it over 4-1 at the other end.
MNAC basketball is a inbound on the side. Elsie Otten looking for Catherine Folkers. Those two hooked up a lot this past season as Folkers takes a shot, can't finish at the rim. Rebound controlled by the MAC All-Stars. Bringing it across half court is Kiera Miller of Baird off to Tabor. Tabor driving baseline, and she stepped on the line. The MAC turns it over.
And one thing we don't have are heights. And there's no question Catherine Folkers at 6'3". We know that.
Yes.
But Keenan's up there, probably 5'10", 5'11", and she did a good job bodying her the last time down.
Taylor Ross, spin move in the lane, takes the shot, no good, but she will be fouled. McKenna Kruger of Garden County defending. She'll get whistled for the personal, and that'll send Taylor Ross of South Loop to the free throw line.
First foul of the ball game for the MAC. MNAC with one foul as well.
Free throw by Ross is good. Taylor Ross planning to attend the University of Nebraska-Lincoln to study ag economics. She was a second-team all-conference performer in the MNAC this past season. Ross's second free throw attempt is good, made them both, and the lead is 6-2 now in favor of the MNAC All-Stars. Kiera Miller bounces it left side over to Avery Hayward of South Platte. Pull-up jumper from the elbow off the mark, no good. Fighting for the rebound is Haley Keenan of South Platte, and then the ball taken away by Lauren Johnson of South Loop, and then she has her pocket picked as Hayward of South Platte comes away with the ball, and the MAC All-Stars control. Kruger trying to drive in on Ross, and there will be contact and a foul called.
Taylor Ross going to pick up that foul. That'll be her first. Team foul number 2 on the MNAC.
Avery Hayward to throw it in, sends it in to Kiera Miller of Baird. Miller driving into the corner, chased down by Johnson, now gives it up to Hayward. Hayward had it poked away by Spangler, and Spangler able to come away with a steal.
That is the 7th turnover on the MAC.
Lead pass ahead to Taylor Ross. She'll turn and drive in on Keenan. Kick it out to Johnson. Lauren Johnson drives and shoots. Off the mark, no good. Rebound controlled by the MAC All-Stars. Avery Hayward of South Platte dribbling through traffic. Lost it out of bounds. And they're going to say that Hayward was the last one to control it. The ball goes over to the MNAC All-Stars.
4 new players in now for the MNAC, or from the MAC, who only have 9 players here tonight. And MNAC has 10, but they just put a bunch of folks in there as well.
Yeah, they just brought in the 5 that started the game. So that will be the chore for us tonight, trying to keep track of who is on the floor at what time. Here's Ava Pandorf, a 3 for the MNAC All-Stars. Off the mark, no good. Safranek trying to keep it alive, does, and it's into the hands of Amy Evans. Evans trying to dribble through traffic. She's going to get fouled.
Now it looks like it'll be Avery Hayward of South Platte. That'll be her first. Team foul number 2 on the MAC.
They throw it into Safranek. Safranek goes in and scores, and the MNAC All-Stars increase their lead to 8-2 as we played midway through this opening quarter.
Leading scorer in the game so far with 4 points.
Avery Hayward of South Platte throws it inside to Aubrey Evans of Garden County's checked in. Now it's Hayward with a deep shot, off the mark, no good, and it ends up into the hands of the MNAC All-Stars. Safranek leading the break, gives it up to Ava Pandorf. Pandorf pull-up jumper from 18 feet is good, and the MNAC All-Stars have opened up an 8-point lead.
Pandorf now with 4 points in the ball game.
Avery Hayward of South Platte, top of the key, dribbles it to the elbow, sends it off to Aubrey Evans. Evans a deep 3, off the mark, no good. Safranek with the rebound. Shaylin Safranek, AM graduate, gives it up to Pandorf. Nice Euro step to the glass, but can't finish. Offensive rebound, Carly Bartok, who puts it up and in, and the MNAC All-Stars now lead 12-2.
And you can tell right now that MNAC is feeling comfortable in this pace, Brent.
Timeout on the floor, 4:08 to go in the opening quarter. The MNAC All-Stars lead it 12-2.
Coming together to build something special, like a block party for new neighbors, a s'mores night in the backyard, a cattle farm that spans generations, or just a place where everyone belongs. People coming together is what you'll find in any community, and it's what you'll find behind our doors at Pinnacle Bank. Because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loop Wolves is brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters, whose members include Stoll, Kavecki, and Piskorski PC, Taylor Storage, Team Physical Therapy, Terry and Chandra Horkey, the Rescue Bar and Grill, the Ritz Cafe, Taney Farm Service, Thomas Livestock Company, Treptow Cattle Company, Trotter Grain and Fertilizer, Trotter's Well and Go Sargent, Union Bank and Trust in Taylor, Valley County Health System, and Wagner Bunkhouse and Cabins. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters.
Back to Sutherland High School. Out of the timeout. MAC All-Stars with the basketball. They trail the MNAC 12-2. MNAC off to a hot, fast start as Kiara Miller of Baird, Nebraska, has come back into the lineup for the MAC All-Stars. Had the ball deflected, but ends up in the hands now of Kaylee Nicholas of Potter Dix, who's into the game. Miller had it poked away, but able to regain control, and it's almost thrown away. Now the ball loose, deflected, and into the hands of Ava Pandorf of South Loop. Pandorf to her left, sends it that way to Mahler. Mahler bounces it inside to Safranek. Safranek goes up, can't finish. Rebound taken down by Kaylee Nicholas of Potter Dix.
Nicholas with a pretty good job defensively and forcing up a tough shot for Safranek.
Kiara Miller to her right, picked up by Pandorf on the defensive switch. They find Nicholas with it at the elbow, drives inside, takes a shot, no good. Rebound, Alexis Mahler of the MNAC. Safranek ahead to Amy Evans. Amy Evans of Hyannis gives it up to Safranek, and now Mahler again. Little give and go. Pass intended for Safranek, deflected and knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by the MAC All-Stars.
And a whole new 5, Brent, for the MNAC.
Hey, all right.
But you're familiar with most of them.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, we have the wonderful honor at KCNI KBBN Radio, located in Broken Bow, Nebraska, to cover many of these area teams that make up the MNAC conference. So we get to see these teams a lot during the season. And it's a real joy and privilege for us to be here tonight, but also to have the opportunity to cover the MNAC conference throughout the year. Lauren Johnson handles it. Otten, top of the key, a 3 on the way. It's off the mark, no good. They fight for the rebound, and chasing down the ball is Aubrey Evans. And then as she was trying to advance it, bounces it on the sideline and turns it over.
Hard to believe, but that is the 11th turnover of this ball game already for the Minutemen Activities Conference.
2:40 to go in the opening quarter. Again, we play with 10-minute quarters in this all-star action tonight. Nearing the final 2 minutes of the opening quarter here in the girls' all-star game. Elsie Otten trying to work off the high ball screen of Catherine Folkers. Sends it outside to Spangler, who launches it. No good. Rebound Ross. Put back. Yes. Boy, we saw Taylor Ross do that all year for South Loop, getting rebounds. She was a rebounding machine throughout the year.
Third player with 4 points in the ball game for MNAC.
MAC All-Stars with the basketball. Taylor Fornander of Garden County passes it ahead to Nicholas of Potter-Dix, and then it's taken away by Spangler of Arthur County. Spangler for the MNAC, driving inside, takes the contested shot, no good. Rebound Ross, put back no. They fight for it. It's out of bounds. Last touch by who? Last touch by the MNAC. The MAC All-Stars will have it with 1:54 left to go in the first quarter.
Almost looked like she was trying to tip that one out and just kind of had a bad angle.
MAC's been held to just 2 points here in this opening quarter. MNAC leads at 14-2. Miller will lob it inside. Aubrey Evans catches and then loses it, but they're going to say it was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the MNAC.
And if I'm not mistaken, Brent, I believe the MNAC is on a 14-0 run. I believe the MAC scored first.
I think Pandorf made the first shot, didn't she?
Yep, you're
From
right.
South Loop. Then
so
it was
2-2.
12-0 yeah, right.
Run.
Yep. Bounce pass inside to Haley Keenan of South Platte, who just checked back into the game. Receives the inbounds pass, puts it up and in. 1.5 minutes left to go in this opening quarter. Otten swings it off to Lauren Johnson, gets inside, puts it up, and scores. Great move by Lauren Johnson of South Loop. And the lead back up to 12 for the MNAC All-Stars.
Fifth different player that has scored now for the MNAC.
Kaylee Nicholas of Potter-Dix handles it deep on the wing, guarded tightly by Taylor Ross of South Loop. Nicholas throws it inside to Keenan. Now with the shot, Aubrey Evans off the mark, no good. Catherine Folkers with the rebound for the MNAC All-Stars. Elsie Otten sends it ahead to J.C. Spangler as we go under a minute to go. Here's Folkers inside, puts it up, can't finish, but she is fouled, and that'll send Catherine Folkers of Twin Loop to the free throw line.
Good ball movement that time in the half court. Once they got it across, it's still a quick moving offense from Coach Brian Hansen that they get it real quick down to Catherine Folkers. She almost got that one to go.
First free throw attempt is good. Catherine averaged 11 points, 9.5 rebounds per game for Twin Loop this past season, was a first-team all-conference selection. Plans to attend Mid-Plains Community College and play volleyball at the college level. Free throw by Folkers, good, made them both. And the lead has grown to 14 now for the MNAC All-Stars as we are under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. Haley Keenan of South Platte kicks it out to Nicholas. Now with it, Tyann Berner of Potter-Dix off to Aubrey Evans, who tries to drive down the left side of the lane. And we're going to get a reach-in foul, I believe was the call against the MNAC All-Stars.
Elsie Otten will get this one. Kind of bodied her up a little bit. First foul, team foul number 3.
MAC All-Stars with the basketball. Nicholas to her right, reverse dribble to the left. Ball taken away by Taylor Ross, and now we're going to get a whistle. They're going to say it was a jump ball. So while Ross was reaching in trying to take the ball away, they called simultaneous possession. So the jump ball is called. Possession arrow will leave it in the hands of the MAC All-Stars. Taylor Fornander throws it into Aubrey Evans. Evans gives it up to Berner of Potter-Dix. The long two from the corner, no good. Rebound to the MNAC All-Stars. Lauren Johnson into the forecourt, dribbling through traffic, gets to the rim, puts it up, no good, but she is fouled.
Well, she did a great job of finding the lane and getting right to the hoop.
And we have seen that from the MNAC All-Stars in this first quarter, Larry, and that is attacking the rim.
Yeah, they're going right after the basketball, right after the basket.
Johnson at the line. First free throw attempt off the mark, no good.
And that's the first miss by the MNAC of this game.
19 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. It's been all MNAC to start this All-Star game. Free throw by Johnson, no good. Missed them both. Rebound Ross, put back wouldn't go. They fight for the rebound, and it's taken down by Haley Keenan of South Platte. Under 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter. MNAC with the basketball. Here is Berner with it. Takes a shot, no good. Rebound, Taylor Ross. 2 seconds to go. One, and they will not get a shot off as the quarter comes to an end. So the MNAC All-Stars, an impressive start to this All-Star basketball matchup. At the end of one, the MNAC leads the MAC 18-4.
Can't be kept. At the Secret Garden, their store is filled with unique gifts, handmade crafts and antiques, cards, candies, candles, and much more. They now carry Day Spring devotions as well. Open the first and third Friday and Saturday of each month. Galatians 6, verse 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. The Secret Garden, outside of Myrna, proud to help sponsor this broadcast of the Ansamo Myrna Coyotes.
The cows are on grass, and you've been checking water. Let Moline Seed and Fence take the expense out of checking tanks. Gallagher Liquid Monitoring is here. No need for cell service. These run fully off satellite, giving you exact water level in your tank at all times. Moline Seed and Fence bringing you the best in technology to help your ranch run more efficiently. Call Shane today at Moline Seed and Fence at 308-529-0781.
And we come back to Sutherland High School, the site of this all-star basketball matchup between the Minuteman Activities Conference and the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference. Girls game, MNAC really dominating the opening quarter. They lead at 18-4, so we'll see if the MAC can kind of get back into it here in the next 10 minutes. Again, we play with 10-minute quarters here tonight as they throw the ball inside to Safranek, out to Bartok, open look, no good, and the rebound controlled by Haley Keenan of South Platte. MAC All-Stars with the basketball. Avery Hayward of South Platte controls. Crossover dribble to the left, cut off at the elbow, throws it out to Lily Tabor of Potter-Dix. Had the ball poked away by Pandorf, and then they're going to call a kick. And the ball stays with the MAC All-Stars.
And quickly running down first quarter, Taylor Ross with 4, Ava Pandorf with 4, Shaylin Safranek with 4, Lauren Johnson 2. Same with Carly Bartok and Catherine Folkers for the MNAC. 2 each for Keenan and Tabor for the MAC.
McKenna Kruger trying to shoot over the top of Safranek. Safranek got a piece, and the MNAC All-Stars have the ball. Bartok to the rim, puts it up and scores. What a great move by Carly Bartok, the Ansamo Myrna graduate.
Nice benefit there, and again, the MNAC out there moving their offense quick.
Nice give and go, pass inside to Keenan, but the MNAC All-Stars able to come with the help defensively. They do call a foul, however, on the inside. This will go against the MNAC. We'll see who they put it on. Looks like Amy Evans of Hyannis is going to get whistled for the personal. And then on the inbounds pass, the MAC All-Stars throwing it away, but we're going to get a jump ball called. And the possession arrow will point to the MAC.
And by the way, it looks like we're going old rules because they did not clear off the fouls at the end of the first
there you
quarter.
Go. With the basketball, Avery Hayward of South Platte, cut off at the elbow, sends it out to Aubrey Evans. Evans of Garden County throws it in the corner. The shot attempt up, no good by McKenna Kruger. They fight for the loose ball, and we're going to get another jump ball. This time the possession arrow pointing to the MNAC. Yeah, there will be new rules in high school basketball next year, both girls and boys.
5 fouls per quarter before you see the 1-and-1.
1-and-1, or everything's a 2-shot foul?
Oh, you're right. Everything's a 2-shot foul from that point. Yes.
Driving with it is Ava Pandorf, and Pandorf going to be fouled on the inside. Ava will go to the free throw line.
You will not see the 1-and-1.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's old school, you know. Even way back when I was a kid.
I kind of like the thought of having to make one to earn another one, but we'll see how those new rules affect the game, really, when we go into next season. Ava Pandorf able to knock it down from the free throw line.
Of course, I'm old enough to remember 3 to make 2 in the NBA.
I remember going to Iowa as a kid and watching them play half court.
Yeah.
In the girls' game.
6 on 6, right?
Pandorf makes them both from the free throw line. And the lead is 22-4. It's been all MNAC. With the basketball is South Platte's Haley Keenan, gets to the rim, not able to finish, got her own rebound, had the pass deflected, able to chase it down though. Keenan still able to control it. Now sends it out to Lily Tabor of Potter-Dix. Tabor, skip pass across to Kruger, the open look, no good. Able to get the ball back, goes inside, can't finish, rebound to the MNAC. Safranek leading the break, and she touched it with the free hand as she got a little bit out of control, and a double dribble will be called.
Fourth turnover on the MNAC, and by the way, on that last offensive possession for the Minuteman Conference, Shaylin Safranek defensively, she got 2 blocks, one on Kruger and one on that good look that Keenan had early on.
Avery Hayward of South Platte to her right. Passes inside to Keenan. Now Kruger with the look and able to put it down. McKenna Kruger of Garden County.
And that's good interior passing there from Keenan to find the open girl who was McKenna Kruger.
Safranek in the corner finds Bartok with it. Carly drives in, leaves it for Safranek. Skips it across to Pandorf. She'll shoot the 3 on its way. Got it. Boy, we saw her make a whole bunch of those for South Loop this past season. And she knocks that one down to give the MNAC All-Stars a 19-point lead.
Leading scorer in the ballgame with 9.
Down the lane is Hayward. Had the ball kicked away. And the ball will stay with the MAC All-Stars as the other 5 come in for the MNAC. And one thing we've seen from the MNAC All-Stars, Larry, when they bring in the different sets of 5, they really don't lose much.
There's not much difference.
Oh, nice play on the inbounds pass. Coming down the lane was Avery Hayward of South Platte. Wasn't defended. Receives the pass and gets the easy 2. Spangler at the other end for the MNAC All-Stars. Dribbles in, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound secured by Avery Hayward of South Platte.
15th rebound of the ballgame for the Minuteman Conference.
Hayward sends it ahead. In the corner now with it, Kruger. Kruger trying to back down Ross. Now needs some help. Sends it out to Berner. Berner off to Keenan. And Keenan able to knock down the elbow jumper.
Leading scorer for the MAC with 4 points in the game.
At the other end, Johnson sends it inside to Folkers. Folkers double team. Kicks it out to Spangler for a 3. Off the back iron, no good. They fight for the rebound. Ross has it, puts it up. Can't finish. Rebound tipped around, and Ross is going to get it again. I'm telling you, she is just a rebounding machine. We saw it all year, and she's showing it here in this All-Star game, too. As Spangler of Arthur County with the drive. Not able to finish at the rim, and then as they fight for the loose ball, a jump ball is called. And the possession arrow points to the MAC All-Stars.
4 new players now in for the MAC All-Stars.
6:06 to go, second quarter. MNAC 25, MAC 10. Although, Larry, in this second quarter, you feel like the MAC is starting to kind of settle in a little bit better offensively.
Yeah, it was a 14-point difference after the first quarter. It's 15 now.
Now we've got a foul whistled, and it looks like this is going to go against Taylor Ross of South Loop.
That's her second, 5th team foul.
Kiara Miller out of Baird, Nebraska. I should say the Baird graduate. Sends it in the corner to Fornander. Shot up no good. And the rebound controlled by the MNAC All-Stars. Johnson sends it ahead to Spangler. What a pass. Layup. Good. What a pass from Lauren Johnson to J.C. Spangler, who puts it up and in.
And now 7 of the 10 players for the MNAC have scored in this game.
Aubrey Evans leaves it for Tyann Berner. Now off to Fornander, had the ball poked away into the hands of Berner, and then she's going to be tripped up on her way to the rim. This might be Ross again.
If so, that's going to be her 3rd.
So that might force Coach Hansen to mix up his 5 a little bit. He's been rotating players of 5 in and out, but Ross with 3 fouls now might make him kind of mix and match here a little bit. Inbounds pass intended for Aubrey Evans. Reaching in to knock it away was Elsie Otten. Goes out of bounds, but the ball stays with the MAC. Kiara Miller of Baird to her right. Driving in on Folkers. Looks for help, sends it out to Berner. And now Fornander from deep. It's off, no good. Rebound fought for and taken down by Taylor Ross of South Loop. Ahead to Lauren Johnson. Johnson, great crossover, but then knocking it away was Tyann Berner of Potter Dix. Boy, that was a great all-around play. The crossover by Johnson to get inside, and then Berner able to react defensively and knock the ball away.
It's been fun to watch the rebounding techniques of Taylor Ross for the MNAC, and then for the MAC, Haley Keenan.
J.C. Spangler with a three, off the mark, no good. Elsie Otten fighting for the rebound, not able to control though, and the ball goes out of bounds off the MNAC All-Stars. And the other 5 come in for the MNAC. As we go under 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Kiara Miller of Baird dribbling to her left, cut off at the elbow, bounces it inside to Kaylee Nicholas. Now it's off to Fornander. Fornander back to Nicholas at the top of the key, guarded by Safranek. Miller with it now. Had it poked away momentarily, able to regain control. Berner skips it across to Aubrey Evans. Evans had it knocked away and taken away. Up with the loose ball, Shaylin Safranek for the MNAC All-Stars. And now we're going to get, a double dribble. Okay, Shaylin was, I think, a little confused by that. I kind of was too. I thought maybe the ball was just knocked away a bit, but they're going to call the double dribble.
That's twice she's been called for that, so.
Kiara Miller off the high ball screen. Crossover dribble past Amy Evans. Gets inside and is taken away by Shaylin Safranek. And then Miller reaching in is able to force a jump ball. But the possession arrow will leave it in the hands of the MNAC. Now, last year we had a 3-point shooting contest at halftime. The boys came out. I'm guessing maybe we'll see that again this year. I hope we do, because last year's was thrilling. Safranek gets inside, misses the shot, got her own rebound, and then on the putback attempt, she will be fouled.
Well, it kind of makes me wonder if they're not going to shoot from the 10-foot volleyball line, because we watched the MAC boys practice that for quite a while here tonight.
Safranek to the line. First one, good.
5 points for Shaylin Safranek, first of the second quarter.
Well, if you're just tuning in, the game was tied early at 2, but it's really kind of been the MNAC for the most part in this first half as Safranek knocks down the second, and that ties their largest lead of the half as the MNAC All-Stars are back up by 19. Kiara Miller bounces it in the corner to Fornander. The return pass to Miller, reaching in to tie things up. Ava Pandorf of South Loop. And on the alternating possession, the arrow pointing to the MAC All-Stars. Miller throws it into Nicholas. Nicholas back to Miller in the corner. Miller to her right, dribbles to the elbow. Nice give to Nicholas, and it's blocked from behind by Shaylin Safranek. Another block for Safranek in this first half. Bartok ahead to Safranek. Had it poked away, able to regain control. Hands it off to Pandorf. Pandorf dribbles into traffic. And we're going to have a foul on the floor with 3:31 to go in the half.
And I tell you what, you see that because it's the way this MNAC team attacks the basket. And Ava Pandorf has never been shy about doing so. That foul, by the way, will go on Aubrey Evans. That's her first. And Brent, for probably the last time in either of our lives, will we say, they're in the 1-and-1.
Ah, yeah, right.
Or at least the last day of it.
Yeah. Ava Pandorf makes the first. Pandorf planning to attend the University of Nebraska at Kearney this fall. Major in business. Free throw attempt good by Pandorf. Makes them both. And it's the largest lead of the game now for the MNAC All-Stars as they lead at 31-10. Miller to Fornander in the corner. To Nicholas now, trying to split the double team with the bounce. Gets to the rim, and Safranek got another piece. Another partial block from Safranek. It ends up into the hands of Fornander, and then the MNAC All-Stars converge and force a jump ball. And the possession arrow will point to the MNAC.
Yeah, it was strange how this started. You know, some stats just don't mean anything. And rebounding, 11-3 advantage for the MAC early on. Since then, it has been 18-5 MNAC.
Wow. All right, well, now I think Coach Hansen might be mixing and matching here just a little bit. Shaylin Safranic's going to stay on the floor as 4 others come in for the MNAC. Among them, Lauren Johnson, who drives along the baseline, takes the shot off the mark but is fouled. So Johnson will go to the line. You've got J.C. Spangler back out there for the MNAC with Elsie Otten, Lauren Johnson as she shoots the free throw and misses the first. Catherine Folkers out on the floor, and Shaylin Safranic out as well. Of course, Taylor Ross, who usually comes in with this set of players, has 3 fouls, so she's going to protect and set on the bench for the moment as Safranic stays on the floor. Lauren Johnson able to knock down the second free throw. And the lead is up to 22 now for the MNAC All-Stars with 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Kruger looking to drive. Had it partially deflected, but into the hands of Fornander. Takes a shot, no good. They fight for the rebound. Fornander's got it, and a whistle. And guess what, Larry? It's a jump ball.
And by the way, once again, it was Safranic who got a piece of that ball. That's either 5 or 6 blocks here in this first half for her. Well,
it's going to be hard to get anything inside for the MAC now with Folkers and Safranic both playing down low. Oh, nice shot by Fornander. Taylor Fornander of Garden County steps outside and knocks down the 3.
And that's our first 3-point shot of the game.
Here's Folkers from 15 feet off the back iron, no good. Got her own rebound, though. Out to Safranic. The 18-footer is good.
And one of the reasons the MNAC really hasn't shot any beyond the 3-point line, maybe one early in the game, but they've been able to get so far inside, and Mac's been pretty successful getting inside too.
15-footer by Hayward is off the mark, no good. It'll go out of bounds and go over to the MNAC All-Stars. Again, this is game 1 of 2 that we've got for you tonight. The boys All-Star game will follow. Elsie Otten gives it up to Catherine Folkers. Now Spangler, a 3, yes. J.C. Spangler of Arthur County from downtown.
First 3 ball for the MNAC tonight. She's got 5 all in this quarter.
Here's a deep one taken by McKenna Kruger of Garden County. Off the mark, no good. MNAC with the basketball. Bounce ahead to Otten out of her reach, but winds up into the hands of Safranic. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul as Safranic will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
And it depends on who this one's on. That's going to be on Hayward, so that'll be her second. It would have been the third for Keenan.
Safranic shooting the 1-and-1. That was the 19th foul against the MAC All-Stars, and the first one is good. I've been really impressed with just how fluid the MNAC has been, Larry. As we mentioned, you never know, how you're going to play with, in these all-star games when you're not used to playing with each other. But, man, the MNAC All-Stars, they look like they've been playing together for a while as Safranic makes both from the line.
Safranic now the second player in double figures for the MNAC. She's got 10. Pandorf has 11.
Substitutions coming for the MNAC All-Stars as a foul whistled against the MNAC is going to send Kiera Miller of Baird to the free throw line. Coming in for the MNAC, Amy Evans of Hyannis is back in. Ava Pandorf of South Loop in. Alexis Mahler and Carly Bartok. Mahler of Twin Loop, Bartok of Anselmo Myrna in. And remaining on the floor, Catherine Folkers of Twin Loop, as Kiera Miller knocks down the first.
That was the first foul on Lauren Johnson. And by the way, if you're watching this game and you see that there are a couple of 2s out there, yeah, you're not being misled. Kiera Miller is number 2, has the Bayard across the top. And with the Coyotes across the top, that is Lily Tabor from Potter Dix.
Miller made both from the line. 39-15 your score. MNAC with the lead. Amy Evans looking inside, enters it into Folkers. Back to Evans, open look for a deep 2. That's off the mark, no good. And the rebound into the hands of McKenna Kruger of Garden County. Gives it up to Kiera Miller, who brings it across the half-court line. Now Kruger with it. Off to Hayward. A deep one from the corner is good. They say her foot was on the line, so it's a long 2. But Avery Hayward of South Platte able to connect. as we go under a minute to play here in quarter number 2. Carly Bartok for the MNAC All-Stars. Kicks it out to Evans. Evans skips it over to Pandorf. Pandorf looking inside, goes to Folkers, catches, shoots, and scores.
What an entry pass, though, by Pandorf. She put it right on the money, right at the perfect time.
41-17, MNAC All-Stars. Hayward at the other end, another three, no good. Rebound secured by Amy Evans of Hyannis. Evans will bring it across the half-court line with 17 seconds left to go in the half. Pandorf pull-up jumper, back iron, no good. Mahler trying to fight for the rebound, and they're going to say that Alexis knocked it out of bounds. The ball goes over to the MAC All-Stars with 9 seconds left to go in the first half.
Good hustle by Mahler. She just lost her balance and couldn't come up with it.
Avery Hayward of South Platte sends it ahead to Lily Tabor. Tabor going to fire off the mark, no good. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is the end of the half. So the MNAC All-Stars, impressive in half number 1. They score 41 points. And at the half of this All-Star matchup, the MNAC leads the MAC 41-17. Larry is totaling up the first half numbers. He'll come back and share them with you right after this.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, or Anselmo Murray debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
The grocery cart meat department is not your typical meat department. Our meat is fresh and our prices are great. We have a wide selection of beef, pork, chicken, and seafood, with options like Hormel Natural Choice, Smart Chicken, and Certified Angus Beef. You know you're getting quality meat to center your meal around. Come and see us at the grocery cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
And we come back to Sutherland High School. Well, we'll give you a little taste of the boys' three-point shooting contest, which is going to take place at halftime of this girls' all-star game. Connor Cooksley of Sandhill Thetford is going to be the first one to shoot. He'll start in the left corner. He's got 3 to shoot. Now, these are worth 1. The first one off the mark, second one short. This one will be worth 2, and it is good. Now he goes to the next station. This one from the left wing. First one no good. Second one short. Third one worth 2. Yes! He's making good on the money ball from the top of the key. The first one no. Second one no. Third one for 2 points. In and out, no good. To the right wing he goes. The first one is good. Second one is no good. This one's worth 2. Got it! 7 points for Cooksley as he goes to the final rack from the far corner. First one, no. Second one, yes. Here's one for 2. It is good. Connor Cooksley making good with the money ball, Larry Cotner.
Right, he did that a couple of times to come up with 10 points.
10? All right, I'm glad you were counting. All right. Max Kosman of Hyannis is next. And we'll just do the play-by-play of the three-point contest for you. And then when we get a break, Larry will run down some of the first half scoring for you. Again, we're at halftime of the girls' all-star game. MNAC versus the MAC. In the girls' game, at halftime, the MNAC leads at 41-17. At halftime, we've got the boys' three-point shootout. Max Kosman is next from Hyannis. The first one good. Second one is no good. This one's worth 2, and it is no good. Made 1 of 3 from the corner. Now the left wing banks one in. His second attempt no good. This one's worth 2 points, and it is no good. Made 1 of 3 from the wing. Now to the top of the key we go. The first one, good. He banked it in. Second one, no good. A little bit long. Now the third, worth 2 points. It's off the mark, no good. He'll go over to the right wing. The first one is off the mark. Second one on its way. It is no good. Now the third one. This is worth 2 points. It's off the mark. Kosman's got to make something happen from the far corner. First one, no good. Second one, no. And this one for 2, no good. So Kosman just struggled getting into a rhythm, Larry, and just never really got going.
Yeah, he got his points early, and I think he ended up with 3 and then really struggled after the first one. So now we're going to see some MAC shooters, and Marquez is going to shoot now for, that is, got my boys here. Trent Marquez from Bayard.
Yep, we'll see Marquez of Bayard getting ready to participate in the three-point shootout. The score to beat is 10. Connor Cooksley of Sandhill Thetford scored 10 points. And here comes Marquez of Bayard, Nebraska, representing the MAC All-Stars. First one good. Second one, no. This one's worth 2, and it is no good. Made 1 of 3 on the first rack. Now the second one from the left wing. First one, no. Second one, yes. This one worth 2. Got it. Now Marquez goes to the top of the key. The first attempt, yes. Second one, short, no good. Third one, yes. Boy, this kid can shoot.
Yeah, he's got a good shot.
Marquez makes the first from the right wing. The second one, short, no good. The third one on its way, in and out, would not fall. This is going to be the big one. He's got 3 from the corner. First one, no. Second one on its way. It is good. This one's worth 2. It's big. No.
9, I believe. Oh, I think they said 11. Okay.
11, is that what he came up with?
I think, yeah.
All right. So there's your leader right there. Trent Marquez of Bayard with 11 points. Connor Cooksley of Sandhill Thetford scored 10. Those are your top 2. And I thought I heard, I think that the top 2 are going into the finals.
Right,
is kind of
right.
What I heard,
the first
right?
3 had they were semifinal number 1, and this will be semifinal number 2.
All right. Do you know who's shooting?
Johnny Vargas, I believe, out of Garden County.
Okay. For Vargas, the first one from the near corner as we view the action. Off the mark, no good. Second one, no. Now the third, this is worth 2, yes. Vargas will move now to the left wing. The first attempt of 3 is good. Second one is on its way. It is no good. Missed it. Now the third, worth 2 points. Yes. Boy, those money balls are big. Going to the top of the key now for Vargas. The first one good. Second one on its way. It is no good. The third one worth 2. Yes. Now to the right wing goes Vargas. The first attempt on its way. Got it. The second one. Yes. Now this one for 2 points. No good. Now he goes to the corner. Final 3 shots for Vargas. The first one, no. Second one on its way. It is no good. This one worth 2 points. And it is no good. Missed every one from the final spot. So I'm not, let's see.
I think they went 11 again.
Oh, yeah? Vargas made 11 too? Yeah. Oh, they're playing rock, paper, scissors. And who won? Marquez?
Yep, looks like Trent will be moving on. Hey, that's the way to do it, too.
So Marquez is going to represent the MAC in the finals. Connor Cooksley of Sandhill Thetford will represent the MNAC in the finals. And as we get ready for the boys' game, I think we're finding out early that the MAC has some kids who can shoot from the outside.
Yeah, because they were the ones that came up with the 11s on both times. And I thought maybe Clayton Moore would be part of that too, but he's just helping put the balls down.
So here we go, the finals. Connor Cooksley of Sandhill Thetford makes the first and the third from the first spot from the shootout, makes the first one from the left wing. Now the money ball on the way. It's off the side of the iron, no good. He goes to the top of the key. First one, yes. Second one on its way, yes. Here's one for 2 points. Yes, sir. Cooksley heating up. He'll go to the right wing. The first one, no good. Second one on its way, yes. The third one for 2 points, no good. Now from the corner, final 3 for Cooksley. First one good. Second one good. This one for 2, yes! Oh, my goodness.
16, I believe, was his final score.
Connor Cooksley heating up. Now the MNAC All-Stars just hoping that Connor has saved some of those for the game later on. I have a feeling that Mr. Marquez, though, is going to still give him a run for his money.
He did not have a bad shot on the 15 he put up here earlier.
Here's Marquez. First one, yes. Second one on its way. It is no good. This one worth 2 and good. Big shot. So Marquez has 3 as he goes to the second rack. First one, no. Second one on its way, yes. This one worth 2 points, yes. Marquez goes to the top of the key. First one, yes. Second one on its way. It's no good. Third one, short. Now he goes to the wing. First attempt, yes. Second one on its way. This one's short. Third one, this is worth 2, off the mark. And now the final 3 are huge for Marquez as he tries to make some ground up. First one good, second one no good. This one is worth 2 points. It is no good. And I believe Connor Cooksley of Sandhill Thetford is your 3-point shooting champion.
Yeah, Marquez ended up with 12 points on that last round. And so, yeah, Connor Cooksley, he started it. He was the first one out there, got the feel for it, and then went on and won it in the second round.
All right, we'll take a short timeout. When we come back, Larry will try to run down some first-half numbers from the girls' All-Star game, and he'll do that right after this.
When your car gets dented, dinged, smashed, or smacked, the last thing you should have to worry about is it being in the right hands to get it fixed. When you choose Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow, your vehicle will leave their shop looking great. Don't forget, Rod can also help you with those windshield chips. Take care of them before they get worse and cost you more money. If your windshield already needs replaced, they can do that too. Rod's Body and Paint on the curb, west of Broken Bow.
And we come back to Sutherland as we get ready for the second half of the girls' All-Star game. Here's Larry to give you some quick numbers from the first half.
Very quick. 11 points for Ava Pandorf to lead the MNAC, 10 for Shaylin Safranik. Also, 4 points each for Catherine Folkers, Taylor Ross, and Carly Bartok. 5 for J.C. Spangler, 3 for Lauren Johnson, and for the MAC, 4 points each for Avery Hayward and Haley Keenan. 3 points for Taylor Fornander, 2 each McKenna Kruger, Lily Tabor, and Kiera Miller, and we're ready for third quarter action.
All right, Larry, thank you. Here we go, second half underway. MNAC with the basketball. Pandorf, a 3 from the top of the key is good. And I would think we might see Ava Pandorf participating in the girls' 3-point shootout coming up later tonight during halftime of the boys' game. 44-17, MNAC All-Stars with the lead. Fornander able to get into the lane area, and Taylor Fornander of Garden County with the bucket.
She is now the leading scorer for the MAC with 5 points in the ball game.
Elsie Otten crossover dribble into the lane, takes the shot, no good. Rebound Folkers, put back, no good. And the rebound controlled by Haley Keenan of South Platte.
Kind of looked like Folkers might have just been kind of subtly pushed a little bit. She just kind of looked like she was leaning forward, but as I mentioned, subtly, and if you can do that, you get away with it.
Fornander sends it out to Berner. Now it's Hayward with it. Avery Hayward of South Platte cut off in the lane area, throws it out to Tyann Berner of Potter Dix. Berner at the elbow, sends it back out to Hayward. Hayward will shoot the long 2. It's off the mark, no good. And the rebound into the hands of Ava Pandorf. 8:35 to go here in the third quarter. Again, we're playing 10-minute quarters here tonight in this all-star action. Pandorf bounces it inside to Taylor Ross, backs down the defender, misses the shot, but the rebound to Catherine Folkers, who puts it up and in.
And for Catherine, that's points 5 and 6 in this ball game.
MAC All-Stars with the basketball. Here's the give and go between Hayward and Keenan. Keenan has it, gives it up to Fornander, takes the contested shot, no good. Rebound, though, to Aubrey Evans, put back no good. They fight for the rebound, the MAC able to control. Here's the shot from 3 by Berner. Tyann Berner of Potter-Dix from deep.
And now 7 of the 9 players for the MAC have gotten into the scoring column.
Taylor Ross, the open look from 18 feet. Off the back iron, no good, and the rebound secured by Taylor Fornander of Garden County. Passes it off to Haley Keenan of South Platte. Now it's Avery Hayward. The two South Platte teammates working together. With it, Keenan. Keenan from the elbow on the shot attempt going to be fouled, and that's going to send Keenan to the free throw line.
Catherine Folkers might have got a piece of the ball, but she might have, on the follow-through, got a piece of the arm as well, and that'll put Keenan to the line. So far, the MAC 2 for 2 at the line.
Free throw attempt rattles through and good. Well, if you're listening to us on KBBN Radio, 95.3 FM, Broken Bow, Nebraska, we do remind you that we're also providing a live video stream of tonight's All-Star action, accessible through sandhillsexpress.com, on the Sandhills Express Facebook page and YouTube channel. Keenan misses the second free throw. Rebound to the MNAC All-Stars. Spangler sends it ahead to Mahler, who goes to the rim and scores. Beautiful pass from Spangler to Mahler.
And that's the first 2 points of the ball game for Alexis Mahler.
At the other end, Lily Tabor of Potter-Dix hands it off to Keenan. Drives the right side of the lane, cut off by Carly Bartok, who's back into the game now. And the MAC throws it away into the hands of Shaylin Safranek, who is checked in. Tries to send it ahead to Spangler, but there to break up the play, Kiera Miller of Baird. It goes out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the MNAC All-Stars. For the MNAC now, Carly Bartok, J.C. Spangler, Shaylin Safranek, Lauren Johnson, and Alexis Mahler are on the court. Spangler to throw it in from the baseline, and she throws it away with the steal, Lily Tabor of Potter-Dix. Tabor brings it across midcourt, picked up defensively by Spangler. Now skips it across, but a little bit out of the reach of her Potter-Dix teammate, Kaylee Nicholas, who was the intended target. Turnover for the MAC. The MNAC has it. MNAC All-Stars have really controlled this game from the beginning. They lead at 48-23. Inside, Lauren Johnson not able to finish, but fighting for her own rebound. Kicks it out to Safranek, the open look, and it is good.
Well, that was just second chance points. Good fight by Lauren Johnson to get the board and get it over to Shaylin Safranek, who now has a dozen in the game.
Lily Tabor of Potter-Dix trying to dribble into the lane area. Gets fouled, reaching in, Alexis Mahler. That's her first. And the MAC All-Stars will inbound. Here's Tabor with it. Tabor hands it off to Miller. Miller to her left, now looking inside. Gets it inside to Kruger, and Kruger able to power it up and in. McKenna Kruger of Garden County with 2 more to add to her total.
Points 3 and 4 in the contest.
Alexis Mahler quickly back the other way, sends it ahead to Carly Bartok, but a little bit out of her reach. Couldn't secure the pass, and the MNAC All-Stars turn it over.
MNAC had 6 turnovers at halftime. They've added 2 more here in the second half. Total of 8 in the ball game.
Kiera Miller of Baird, Nebraska. Passes it off to Lily Tabor, the Potter-Dix graduate. Nice pass inside to Kruger, who goes glass but can't finish. Fighting for the rebound, Aubrey Evans of Garden County. And then as they fight for the rebound, we've got a jump ball called. And the possession arrow is pointing to the MAC All-Stars.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, that was a very nice pass into the paint. The shot was just a little too strong by Kruger on the layup attempt.
MAC All-Stars to inbound it. Miller will do the honors. Throws it into Avery Hayward of South Platte. Dribbles to her right. Now passes off to Tyann Berner of Potter-Dix. Almost a throwaway, and able to save it from going out of bounds was Spangler of Arthur County. Into the hands of Alexis Mahler. So the MNAC has the ball. Mahler pull-up jumper, no good, but she's going to be fouled. And Alexis Mahler will go to the line.
That's going to be on Berner. That'll be her first, team foul number 1 this half. What a play at the other end, though, by J.C. Spangler. She knocked the ball loose, then hustled towards the MAC bench and was able to save it with her left hand into her teammate.
Alexis Mahler makes good on the free throw attempt. I've just been so impressed with how fluid the MNAC has looked. As we mentioned, Larry, you never know what you're going to get in these all-star games. You've been playing against each other for 4 years. Now you're playing with each other, and boy, they all just seem to be on the same page. It's been really impressive what the MNAC girls all-stars have done through this game tonight as Mahler makes good on both from the line. And now the lead is 52-25 in favor of the MNAC. Fornander of Garden County at the other end missed the shot. Rebound to Berner of Potter Dix, and then her putback attempt rejected by Folkers at the other end. This is Pandorf, puts it up and scores. Man, the transition game and the way they're sharing the ball, so impressive by the MNAC All-Stars tonight. Timeout on the court. 5:07 to go in the third. Your score, the MNAC 54, the MAC 25.
Warm season soil builder cover crop mixes from Aeroseed. There are several mixes to provide additional grazing, hay, and forage resources while building your soil. Choose from a standard mix for cover cropping and grazing, a midsummer grazing blend, multi-cut hay mix, a summer plant for winter grazing mix, or warm season silage blend. Log on to aeroseed.com or visit with your local Aeroseed dealer to learn more about these summer soil builder mixes for grazing, hay, and silage.
And we bring you back to Sutherland High School, the site of this all-star action between the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference and the Minuteman Activities Conference. 5:07 to go, third quarter of the girls' all-star game. It's been all MNAC, Larry, 54-25. And again, I mean, they just look like a well-oiled machine to me. I mean, the way that they are pushing the ball in transition, the spacing offensively, it's been impressive.
Let's think about this bunch that's out here, though. I mean, for the MNAC, we're talking about players that have been starters at least 3 years for a lot of the programs. And so they know a lot about their teammates' weaknesses and strengths.
Hayward of South Platte, the look from the corner, no good. Rebound secured by the MNAC All-Stars. They send it ahead to Amy Evans. Evans trapped in the block area, able to get it out to Otten. Otten pull-up jumper, rims off, no good. Fighting for the rebound, Taylor Ross. And we're going to get a jump ball called. Possession arrow will point to the MNAC conference. Ava Pandorf will inbound it. Pandorf looking, bounces it to Taylor Ross. Oh, lost it. And it ended up in Ava Pandorf's hands, who was still out of bounds at the time. So South Loop turns it over.
Yeah, she clearly had both feet planted outside.
I say South Loop turns it over. That's because Ross and Pandorf were both involved, both South Loop players. I guess you would say the MNAC turns it over. Catherine Folkers able to bother the shot on the inside. MNAC with a basketball. Ross at the other end goes up and scores.
And for Taylor Ross, she now has 6 points in the ball game. She had to sit quite a bit of that first half. She picked up 3 early fouls.
Fornander, the deep look from 2. Off the mark, no good. They fight for the loose ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the MAC All-Stars. Well, again, the boys' all-star game will be coming up later on this evening. We'll have it for you here on KBBN Radio and also on our live video stream, which you can access through the SandhillsExpress.com website, also by going directly to our Sandhills Express Facebook page and the Sandhills Express YouTube channel. Elsie Otten for the MNAC All-Stars. Little stutter move, gets by Tabor, and then a whistle and a foul.
Tabor kind of got the bad end of that deal, but she is the one that kind of hip-checked and will get called for the foul. That's just her first.
Pandorf throws it into Ross. Taylor, top of the key, swings it left side off to Evans. Evans gets inside, had the ball knocked away, able to regain control, though. Out to Ross, 18-footer, too strong, no good. Got her own rebound, though. Off to Pandorf, open look for 3, off the mark, no good. Rebound, Otten put back, no good. Rebound, Folkers. Folkers puts it up, no good. And now we got a whistle and a foul on the inside.
Well, I tell you what, that is the 35th. That last one was the 35th rebound of the ball game for the MNAC. They had 3 on that possession.
Foul was whistled against Taylor Ross, and she's going to come out. That's her 4th. So Shaylin Safranek will come in to replace her. 3:20 to go, third quarter. MNAC All-Stars 56, the MAC 25. Aubrey Evans of Garden County launches and scores. And that's a 3.
So everybody but one player has gotten into the book now for the Minuteman Conference. The only one that hasn't so far, Kaylee Nicholas.
Pandorf throws it inside to Folkers. Folkers, great up and under move. Able to get free of Haley Keenan of South Platte defending on the inside. And Folkers able to score. Avery Hayward of South Platte dribbling to her right. Dribbles by Evans, trying to throw it inside to Aubrey Evans. Able to knock the ball away was Elsie Otten. Then they scramble. We have a tie-up situation. Jump ball is the call, and the possession arrow will leave it in the hands of the MAC All-Stars. McKenna Kruger of Garden County to throw it in. Sends it in to Tabor. Tabor cut off on the baseline. Now the ball's loose, picked up by Catherine Folkers, and then she had it taken away. Kruger with it now for the MAC All-Stars. Knocking it away, Otten, able to retrieve the loose ball. Aubrey Evans off to Kruger now. Kruger will drive, gets to the rim, short, no good. Rebound, Evans put back, no good. They fight for the rebound, and coming out of the pack with it is Ava Pandorf of South Loop. Pandorf passes off to Safranek in the corner. Evans at the top of the key. Amy Evans going to launch from deep. It's off, no good. Rebound secured by Kaylee Nicholas of Potter Dix, and then she throws it away. Amy Evans sends it ahead to Folkers. Folkers falling down, gives it off to Safranek. Now it's Evans again. Evans driving in on Hayward, kicks it out to Safranek. Skip pass across to Pandorf. Inside Folkers, had it knocked away. No, they're going to say she just lost it out of bounds. The MNAC turns it over, and the MAC All-Stars will have it with 1:45 to go here in the third.
And that's their 10th turnover.
MNAC leads at 58-28 is the score. As we near 1.5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Kiara Miller of Baird gives it off to Kaylee Nicholas. She'll shoot, rims out, no good. And as they fight for the rebound, they're going to say it goes out of bounds. Last touched by the MNAC All-Stars.
Well, we thought we were going to get Nicholas into the book there, too. And that would have been every player in the MAC. That thing was halfway down and popped out.
Kruger, a 3 on the way. It's off, no good. Chasing down the loose ball, though, is Kaylee Nicholas. Nicholas skips it across to Tabor. Tabor gets inside, takes the shot, no good. They fight for the rebound, still loose on the floor, picked up by Carly Bartok for the MNAC. Bartok, the Anselmo Myrna graduate, gives it up to Mahler. Alexis Mahler, the runner, no good. Got her own rebound. Mahler kicks it out to Spangler for a 3. Short, no good. Rebound, tipped around, knocked around. It's going to go out of bounds. And who was the last team to touch it?
Yeah, I'm interested to see this one myself.
And they're going to say the MAC was the team to touch it last. 1 minute remaining in the third. MNAC with the ball, leading 58-28. Lauren Johnson to throw it in. Johnson throws it into Bartok, had it poked away, but right into the hands of J.C. Spangler. Now inside it goes to Safranek, shoots over Kruger, and scores.
That's a nice, strong move by Shaylin Safranek. 14 in the ball game for her.
Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Kiara Miller off to Fornander. She'll fire. It's off, no good. Rebound, Lauren Johnson. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Lauren Johnson brings it across half court. Bounces it inside to Safranek. Puts it up. Can't finish. Got her own rebound. Safranek puts it up in traffic and is fouled. Shaylin Safranek goes to the free throw line. Boy, what a season Shaylin had for the Anselmo Myrna Coyotes. Averaged 12 points and 8 rebounds per game to lead the team in both categories. Was a first-team all-conference selection as she makes the first of 2 free throws. Shaylin planning to attend Northeast Community College in Norfolk. Major in agronomy and play volleyball. Second free throw, good. Made them both. 62-28. The MNAC All-Stars with the lead.
That's Tyann Berner's second foul. And by the way, 6 of 6 for Safranek.
Tyann Berner of Potter Dix for 3. 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Mahler bounces it ahead to Bartok. Now inside to Safranek, puts it up, can't finish. Ball knocked around into the hands of Fornander, falling to the floor. We got a whistle and what? A jump ball will be the call. And the possession arrow is going to leave it in the hands of the MNAC All-Stars.
Yeah, and they only have 3.8 seconds to work with, though, so they'll have to operate fast.
Spangler looking. Got to get it in, does. Safranek for a three. Yes! Shaylin Safranek at the buzzer to end the third quarter. And, man, that's just the way it has went for the MNAC tonight. What a game they have had at the end of three. The MNAC All-Stars 65, the MAC All-Stars 31.
Landscaping project but unable to stand up straight to enjoy it? Team Physical Therapy can help. Call 872-5111. Did you slide into second but unable to make it home due to a sprained ankle or pulled muscle? Call your movement rehabilitation specialist at 872-5111 in Broken Bow or any of our locations in Gothenburg, Burwell, Kearney, Callaway, or check us out on the web at myteampt.com, 872-5111.
The student athletes you're cheering on during this broadcast practice and study in order to get their competition and schoolwork done right. At Trotter Service, they do the same, except with your vehicle repairs. Whether you need a new battery, brake work and alignment, tires, wheels, or an overhaul, trust their auto repair specialists to tackle the job. Don't forget bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire truck service too. Proud to help bring you this broadcast, Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
And we come back to the Sutherland High School Gymnasium. We move to the fourth quarter of this girls all-star game between the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference and the Minuteman Activities Conference. It's been all the MNAC in this girls all-star game. They lead at 65-31 as we begin play here in the fourth. Pass inside to Tyann Berner of Potter Dix, dribbles it out into the corner as she's guarded tightly by Amy Evans of Hyannis. Now it's Fornander with the look. Rims off, no good. Rebound being chased after, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the MNAC All-Stars as the MAC will inbound right at midcourt.
Going into the fourth quarter, two players are in double figures. Shaylin Safranek, what a quarter, 9 in that quarter. She's got 19 in the game. And Ava Pandorf, 16, both for MNAC.
Kara Miller throws it out to Avery Hayward. Hayward gives it up to Fornander. Fornander trying to split the double team with the bounce, but had it poked away. And then as they scramble for the loose ball, a jump ball will be called. We've said that a few times tonight.
This is starting to, I think, rival the Twin Loop Arthur County game from the MNAC tournament.
Ah, yeah. Here's Elsie Otten down the right side of the lane, gets to the rim and scores. Man, what an aggressive move by Elsie Otten, and that really has been the key to the success for the MNAC All-Stars tonight, attacking the rim. At the other end, the open look for Tyann Berner, not able to knock it down. Offensive rebound, though, to Haley Keenan of South Platte, and then she throws it away as Alexis Mahler comes up with the steal. Off to J.C. Spangler. Spangler of Arthur County will lob it for Folkers. Folkers draws a crowd, and now we've got a whistle and a foul.
Well, the outside shot's going to be there for the MNAC because there was three people right on Catherine Folkers. Well, right on the money, though, from Spangler.
Yeah.
When she lobbed it in there. By the way, that last bucket by Elsie Otten, I think they called a jump ball.
No, they called the foul on Folkers.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, she did kind of swing the elbows a little.
MAC All-Stars with the ball. We've played a minute and a half here in this fourth quarter. J.C. Spangler, boy, she's been great defensively and comes up with a steal. Elsie Otten sends it ahead to Amy Evans. Evans being bumped a little bit by Avery Hayward of South Platte as Evans was trying to gain control of the ball, and they're going to call the foul on Hayward of South Platte.
And that's going to be her third. What I started to say was with that last bucket by Otten, only one player now has not scored for MNAC, and that is Amy Evans. So only two players in the whole game, one on each side. So we'll see if we can get some plays designed for those two girls here in the fourth quarter.
That'd be good. Games like this, you always like to see everybody score. Here is Evans. Evans took an extra step before she put it on the floor. Gets whistled for the travel.
12th turnover against the MNAC. 22 have been whistled tonight against the Minuteman.
2 minutes gone here in the fourth. MNAC leads at 67-31. Again, the boys all-star game is coming up next here on KBBN Radio and on our live video stream. With the steal, Amy Evans of Hyannis. Evans dribbling through traffic, brings it across midcourt, being chased by Avery Hayward of South Platte. Dribbles into the corner, now has to give it up. Finds Otten with it. Otten lobs it inside to Catherine Folker. She'll shoot. Too strong, no good. But a whistle and a foul.
And that's going to be a push-off down low on Alexis Mahler. She did a little nice clear out to get that position there. That'll be her second foul, team foul number 5 this half on the MNAC. And again, we're going by the old rules, and that makes sense for this all-star game because these players just graduated. They played by the old rules.
Well, you got South Loop and Anselmo Myrna on the court now for the MNAC All-Stars. 3 representatives of South Loop in this game represented, along with the 2 representatives from AM. MNAC able to come away with the ball. This is Ava Pandorf on the floor now with Lauren Johnson and Taylor Ross. All 3 played for South Loop this past year. Joining them, Shaylin Safranik and Carly Bartok, both of Anselmo Myrna. Pandorf, a 3 from the top of the key. Short, no good. Rebound, Safranik, put back, yes.
Well, she is just being dominant here in this second half. One of the reasons they got the ball the last possession, she blocked the shot.
Lily Tabor of Potter Dix leaves it for Fornander. They get it inside to Kruger, puts it up, can't score. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Aubrey Evans of Garden County. Trying to throw it inside, but the pass deflected. Now it's a hot potato, finally picked up by Lily Tabor of Potter Dix. Off to Aubrey Evans. That's a long 2. It's good. Aubrey Evans of Garden County able to knock it down.
She's got a handful in this game, 5 points.
MNAC with the ball, 6:20 to go in the game. Ava Pandorf swings it off to Taylor Ross. Inside it goes to Safranik. Safranik trying to kick it out to Ross, but it was deflected into the hands of Kaylee Nicholas of Potter Dix. Ahead to Tabor. Tabor shoots it over Bartok, but first a whistle and an offensive foul. Tabor trying to clear space with the left forearm. Got whistled for the offensive foul.
Yeah, and that was pretty obvious there. She used that off arm to clear the space.
Ava Pandorf handles it. Sends it ahead to Taylor Ross. A 3 on the way. Off. No good. Pandorf, though, fighting for the loose ball. And they're going to say that it goes out of bounds off of the MAC.
Wow, that was either tipped or else Tabor touched it. Battling with Pandorf over there in that corner.
Pandorf to inbound it. Ava looking. Throws it in to Johnson. Back to Pandorf. A 3. Rims out. No good. And the rebound secured by Lily Tabor of Potter Dix. Tabor quickly advances it the other way, knocking it away, though. Bartok ends up in the hands of Pandorf. She loses it into the hands of Safranik. MNAC All-Stars control. Nice pass. Bartok puts it up, can't finish. Good recovery defensively by Aubrey Evans of Garden County to knock it away. It goes out of bounds, and the MNAC will inbound it on the baseline.
Yeah, Bartok looked like she was headed to the bucket, but that was a good recovery by Evans.
Ross goes by Nicholas, gets to the rim but can't finish. Nicholas with the rebound. MAC All-Stars with the ball. 5:25 left to go in the game. MNAC leads it 69-33. An impressive showing by the MNAC Girls All-Stars here tonight. Pass intended for Aubrey Evans gets deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the MNAC.
And now we've got Twin Loop, Hyannis, and Arthur.
Yeah. The 3 representatives from Twin Loop, Alexis Mahler, Catherine Folkers, Elsie Otten out on the court now for the MNAC, and Otten has the steal. Elsie Otten going to challenge Tabor at the other end. We got a whistle and a charge. Okay.
I think, again, that might have been one, because we didn't have the great angle, but the official who called it did. I think that's that off arm getting out there again.
So the MAC All-Stars have the ball. As Larry mentioned, you got the 3 Twin Loop representatives who we just mentioned. Joining them, J.C. Spangler of Arthur County and Amy Evans of Hyannis. The 5 on the floor for the MNAC All-Stars. Kaylee Nicholas of Potter Dix finds Kruger with it. Now it's off to Avery Hayward. Hayward had the ball knocked away by Spangler, able to regain it though, and then Spangler reaching in from behind. Going to get whistled for the foul.
That's just her first, but it will be the 7th team foul. However, it'll be a 2-shot foul anyway.
To the line, Avery Hayward of South Platte.
Minuteman Activities Conference, 3 of 4 at the line. They just haven't had a chance to get there very much tonight.
Free throw attempt, good. Again, the boys all-star game will be coming up next. We'll turn it over to the veteran and the newbie, Grant Winter, who's been manning the camera for our video stream on this first game. We'll put him behind the microphone. He'll join Larry. They'll call the boys game for you.
That's going to be fun.
At the free throw line for her second, Avery Hayward of South Platte. Rims out, no good. Rebound secured by Elsie Otten. Otten brings it across half court, sends it ahead to Mahler. A 3 on the way, off the mark, no good. They fight for the rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds and belong to the MAC All-Stars. You know, as we watch these girls play, especially for the MNAC, Larry, because this is the conference that we at KCNI KBBN Radio covered during the year, but you can't help but think of memories, and I watch Alexis Mahler. How can you forget the game she had against SEM in the regular season in that barn burner earlier this year?
Oh, I was thinking about that here earlier this evening, and man, what a game. I mean, they needed every one of her points to win that game, too.
Here's Avery Hayward of South Platte with a 3 from the corner. 4 minutes left to go in the game.
She's the leading scorer for the MAC with 8.
Evans trying to get in the scorebook for the MNAC All-Stars, comes up just a little bit short. They fight for the loose ball, and a jump ball will be called.
Again, we've got a couple players we'd like to see get some points. We'd like to see everybody get points. So Kaylee Nicholas for the MAC still looking to score, and Amy Evans for the MNAC still looking to get some points. And they're both out there, I think. Nope, just Amy is.
Here's Kiara Miller of Baird. Passes it off to Haley Keenan of South Platte. Under 4 minutes to play here in the game. Ball deflected, it's loose on the floor, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the MAC All-Stars. Again, we want to say thanks to all of the great sponsors who are helping us be with you tonight for this special All-Star action. If you're watching our live video stream tonight, please pay attention to the sponsors that come across your screen. We want to say thanks to them for making the video stream possible tonight. And as you listen to the radio, we want to say thanks to those sponsors making our radio broadcast possible for you tonight. Ava Pandorf, little stutter move, gets to the high post, leaves it for Bartok. Safranek now, a 3. It's good. Man, Shaylin Safranek having a game.
Well, she's kind of making a big push for the All-Star MVP, I would say, because she's got 24. How many blocks defensively, though?
Tabor of Potter Dix able to knock down the shot. 3 minutes left to go. MAC All-Stars will pick up the defense in the half court. Lauren Johnson of South Loop handles. Johnson, Pandorf, and Ross of South Loop with Safranek and Bartok on the floor now for the MNAC All-Stars. Safranek throws the ball away into the hands of Aubrey Evans of Garden County. Evans spins, throws it out to Miller, but it's deflected out of bounds. Last touched by the MNAC All-Stars.
And we see the boys over there getting ready to take the court here in a few minutes.
Here's Nicholas from deep, and that is good. No, that's Berner. Sorry, Tyann Berner of Potter Dix with the long 3.
And she's got 9 points, the leading scorer. All 9 have come in the second half on 3 3-pointers.
Lauren Johnson with it as we near the 2-minute mark in the game. Leaves it for Bartok. Bartok splits the defense, gets to the rim, and scores. Boy, the way the MNAC girls have attacked the rim, Larry, that's been impressive.
Yeah, they've just come right at the Minuteman Conference from the very start of this game.
A deep three taken by Tyann Berner of Potter Dix comes up short. It goes out of bounds and will belong to the MNAC All-Stars. 1:54 left to go. MNAC 74, the MAC 42. As we play out the final seconds of this girls All-Star game. Lauren Johnson to her right. Passes off to Ross. Three-pointer from the top of the key. Rims out. No good. Rebound Bartok. Put back. No good. And the rebound secured by McKenna Kruger of Garden County. Off to Miller. Miller will bring it across half court. Sends it ahead to Fornander. The open look is good. Taylor Fornander of Garden County with the bucket.
She's got 7 in the game.
Ava Pandorf ahead to Bartok. Carly lobs it inside to Safranek. Back out to Carly, but out of her reach. And it's going to go out of bounds and belong to the MAC All-Stars. As Coach Brian Hansen of South Loop, assistant coach McKenna Cooksley of Twin Loop, bringing in what I'm going to guess to be the final substitution of the game as they bring in the other 5 to play out the final minute. Reaching in, Alexis Mahler of Twin Loop knocked it away, but Kiera Miller able to chase it down. Now another loose ball picked up by Tabor of the MAC All-Stars. Ahead to Fornander, takes a shot, no good. Rebound, J.C. Spangler as we go under a minute to play. And the ball is out of bounds, last touched by the MNAC All-Stars.
16 turnovers against the MNAC, but a lot of those have come here in this fourth quarter when play has gotten a little more sloppy.
Miller had the ball poked away. Mahler reaches in to break up the play. 48 seconds left to go. MNAC All-Stars going to pick up the win. I feel embarrassed. I should have went back and looked for sure, but I'm pretty sure the MNAC won the girls' game last year. I think they did. I hesitate to say that, though. Here's Kruger trying to go reverse layup. No good. And then as they fight for the loose ball, the jump ball is called, and possession arrow pointing to the MNAC All-Stars. Elsie Otten will bring it across half court as we go under 30 seconds to play in this girls All-Star game. Evans, a 3 on the way to get in the scorebook, short, no good. Rebound Tabor, and then it's poked away by Mahler out of bounds with 20 seconds to go.
Now, Amy Evans had a good look, but it just came up a little short.
20 seconds to go. Avery Hayward of South Platte gives it up to Tabor. They throw it inside to Kruger, deflected by Folkers into the hands of Mahler. 9 seconds to go. Mahler inside, had the ball knocked away, out of bounds. Last touch by the MAC with 6 seconds remaining. Spangler will inbound it. I think they're going to try to get it to Evans. They do. She's going to launch it. It is good! Amy Evans for a 3. And that means all of the MNAC players will score in this all-star game. What a night for the MNAC Girls All-Stars. Your final score, the MNAC 77, the MAC 44. Larry is totaling up the final numbers. We'll come back and share them after this.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
Contact your local shelter insurance agents, Brent Custer or Seth Pearson in Broken Bow.
Septic emergencies are right up there on the list of worst emergencies to have.
Absolutely.
The next time you're facing one, give Squires Septic Service a call. 870-0717. He's ready to take your call 24 hours a day.
Absolutely.
His sewer camera can find problems fast to save you money. Plus, he can clear drains with Roto-Rooter or Jetter. Oh, and Gary has Porta units too. Squires Septic Service of Myrna. 870-0717. Don't wait to call until it's too late.
Absolutely not.
Friendly rivals, hometown pride, wearing your school's colors. Small towns are brought together cheering on their favorite teams. Agland ATV knows how hard the athletes and coaches work year-round and are proud to help sponsor the games of our customers and their kids and grandkids. We have built relationships with many of these families through the years and are proud of their success. Best of luck to all the local athletes from Agland ATV in Broken Bow.
872-3424.
Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow. 872-3424.
As you head out the door to support your favorite team and athlete, don't forget to take Bruning Bank with you. With our free mobile banking app, you can handle your daily banking needs from anywhere, even the bleachers. Check your balance, monitor transactions, deposit checks, and send and receive funds to family and friends with Zelle. Learn more at BruningBank.com. Bruning Bank is a proud sponsor of area athletics and wishes all students a safe and successful season. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Sargent Irrigation may be known worldwide, but their roots are right here in central Nebraska, something they are very proud of. They hire right here in the heartland and know their success is due to those quality employees. As a way of showing support for the community, Sargent Irrigation sponsors high school sports broadcasts so those unable to attend can follow the action. Enjoy the broadcast, sponsored in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
If there's one thing we know about dads, it's that they like to be comfortable and they like to show their love for their team. When getting your gift for Father's Day, check both of those boxes at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow. From Huskers to local teams, get Dad the apparel he'll love at Geared for Sports. And through Father's Day, you can save 25% off that apparel. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. In Broken Bow on the west side of the square, Geared for Sports.
At Melham Medical Center, more than 100 professional and support staff from Custer County and beyond work to ensure caring and compassionate medical attention. Doctors and providers in Broken Bow provide everyday care, while the specialty clinic brings area resident to the area's most experienced physicians. You can view the specialty clinic schedule on our website, melham.org. Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow, large enough to serve, small enough to care.
And we come back to Sutherland High School, site of this 2023 All-Star Game between the Minuteman Activities Conference and the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference. Girls All-Star Game won this year by the MNAC by a final score of 77-44. And with your final numbers, here's Larry.
All right, first of all, let's take a look at the individuals. Your MVP for tonight in this MNAC versus MAC ball game, Shaylin Safranik. 24 points. She had 10 in the first half, 14 in the second half. She had numerous rebounds. We didn't keep track of block shots, but she had no less than 9 or 10 in this game. Also in double figures, Ava Pandorf. She had 11 of those in the first half, 5 in the second for 16 points. Just going to go down the list here on the rest of them. Catherine Folkers with 8. 3 for Amy Evans as she got into the scorebook late. 4 points for Alexis Mahler. 2 for Elsie Otten. 6 for Taylor Ross. 5 points for Jamie Spangler. 6 points for Carly Bartok. And 3 for Lauren Johnson. Now for the MAC, they were led here tonight by Tyann Berner, who had no points at halftime, but 3 threes in the second. She finishes with 9 points. Avery Hayward was next with 8. Also, 2 points on the night for Kiera Miller, 4 for Lily Tabor, 5 for Aubrey Evans, 7 on the night for Taylor Fernander, 4 for McKenna Kruger, and 5 for Haley Keenan. The only player that did not score tonight for either team, Kaylee Nicholas. She had one that looked like it was going to go down, but just didn't quite go for her. Team stats. 47-31 was the final rebounding stat in favor of the MNAC. MNAC turned it over 16 times, 28 for the MAC.
Free throws were awesome here tonight for both teams. The MNAC 17 of 20 in this ball game, 4 of 6 for the MAC. So at the line, it was well played.
Yeah, very well played. So a big win for the MNAC Girls All-Stars. Very impressive tonight. 77-44 is the final. So we will now make the transition into the boys All-Star game. And as we do so, we want to say thanks to these sponsors who are bringing it to you on the radio. They include Lyons Appliance, Progressive Fertilizer, Callaway District Hospital, along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, Power Solutions, Consolidated, Agribest Feeds, Mills Hardware, First State Insurance in Arnold, Pinnacle Bank of Arnold, Central Nebraska Diesel, Moline Seed and Fence, Midwest Partitions, Insurance of the Heartland, Sandhills PT, and Dayspring Bank of Mullen. Tonight's radio coverage of this All-Star game also brought to you in part by the Nebraska State Bank, Grocery Cart, Rod's Body and Paint, Arrow Seed, Team Physical Therapy, Mead Lumber, Trotter Service, Shelter Insurance, Custer Federal State Bank, A to Z Lawn Pro and Landscaping, Squire Septic Service, Agland ATV, Bruning Bank, Sargent Irrigation, Gear for Sports, and the Melham Medical Center. Back with more after this.
Waited all winter long to start complaining about the Nebraska summer heat. At Lyons Appliance in Broken Bow, they have just what you need when the temperatures skyrocket. Air conditioners. Shop quality GE brand models from 5,000 BTU up to 18,000. Don't worry about installation or delivery. They are both available from the helpful staff at Lyons Appliance in Broken Bow. Shop appliances, shop TVs, shop air conditioners at Lyons Appliance, and keep cool this summer.
Progressive Fertilizer and Propane salute all area athletes and their coaches and wish all the area teams the best of luck in central Nebraska. Rural residents depend on safe, efficient propane to cook their food, heat their homes, and even dry their grain. They call Progressive Fertilizer and Propane in Callaway for reliable delivery. As part of the Seven Valleys community for many years, they enjoy watching area youth excel in high school sports. Check your tank, and when you need propane, call Progressive Fertilizer and Propane of Callaway.
The Callaway District Hospital welcomes new patients. They are committed to providing local access to high-quality care. It's simple. Patient care is their #1 priority. Their transportation service is available to the public, including those with disabilities. Through reservation scheduling, they can transport within Custer and Logan County communities, including Callaway, Oconto, Arnold, Gandy, and Stapleton. Go and say hi soon and ask for more information at the Callaway District Hospital. Is it time to invest in a feeding solution more suited to your current needs? Power Solutions LLC now offers Vermeer feeding equipment, which means they have feed wagons and vertical mixers to go along with the Vermeer forage equipment they offer. Feel free to stop in and see them 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2 and check them out. Or give them a call at 308-872-5522.
Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, look for them now on Facebook, facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
Having trouble getting those flies away from your livestock? Talk to them at Agribest Feeds in Callaway to do away with pests. Check out their Sweet Pro tubs and minerals for cows and horses with garlic for fly control, now with heat stress formula as well, or Redmond salt with 60+ trace minerals also with garlic. They carry livestock equipment from Powder River and Tartar, as well as Aeroquip chutes and portable tub alley systems. Open Monday to Friday 8 to 5 and Saturday 8 until noon. 1 block west of the Co-op in Callaway. Agribest Feeds.
If you've ever seen the Milwaukee tool display at Mills Hardware in Arnold, you probably thought it was as big as it could ever be. Well, you better go back and see it again soon, because it's even bigger. The display is now 350 feet long. 3 aisles of Milwaukee tools that lead the industry in durability and performance. Simply put, the selection and knowledge you'll get when you choose Mills Hardware is going to be top-notch. Mills Hardware in Arnold, proud to be the area's premier Milwaukee connection.
At First State Insurance of Arnold, They're proud to say that they can offer you choices. Those choices save you money. They can offer you a variety of choices because they are independent agents. First State Insurance is cheering on the Bobcats all the way. Call Becky or Taylor at 848-2522 to set up an appointment with First State Insurance of Arnold. Proud supporters of the South Loop Bobcat coaches and players who work so hard.
And we welcome you back to Sutherland High School as we continue coverage of this special All-Star Night. The Boys All-Star Game coming up next between the All-Stars from the Minuteman Activities Conference and those from schools and teams that make up the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference. Again, we are giving you a live video stream of tonight's games accompanied by our radio call. It's accessible through sandhillsexpress.com or by directly going to the Sandhills Express Facebook page or YouTube channel. Want to say thanks to our video sponsors tonight, who include Lines Appliance, Callaway District Hospital, along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, Power Solutions, Consolidated, Agribest Feeds, First State Insurance of Arnold, Pinnacle Bank of Arnold, Central Nebraska Diesel, Moline Seed and Fence, Midwest Partitions, Insurance of the Heartland, Sandhills PT. Video sponsors also include Team Physical Therapy and Meade Lumber. And we're back to Sutherland with more after these words.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things. Like the strong hands of a farmer who gets up early to harvest opportunity, or the delicate fingers of a pastry chef who bakes everything from the heart. When the hands behind your business are hard at work, we offer our hands for support. Because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Central Nebraska Diesel is a proud sponsor of high school sports and the student athletes who work hard each and every day. They're also proud to offer you Rainkey products. When you need performance that you can count on, ask them about Rainkey. Central Nebraska Diesel is happy to bring this action to those who can attend. Enjoy the broadcast, and when you need pivot service from start to finish, call Central Nebraska Diesel at 643-2544. Rainkey, more right than rain. The cows are on grass, and you've been checking water. Let Moline Seed and Fence take the expense out of checking tanks. Gallagher Liquid Monitoring is here. No need for cell service. These run fully off satellite, giving you exact water level in your tank at all times. Moline Seed and Fence, bringing you the best in technology to help your ranch run more efficiently. Call Shane today at Moline Seed and Fence at 308-529-0781.
Midwest Partitions Incorporated in Thetford would like to take this opportunity to salute all of the student athletes in the area for working hard to prepare for every contest of the season. Through all the hard work and determination you show, you are setting a foundation for a successful future after high school. Good work from Midwest Partitions, delivering expertise, efficiency, and execution. Midwest Partitions Incorporated in Thetford.
Since 1906, Dayspring Bank has had the privilege of serving Nebraska residents and their families, local ag producers, and businesses that have been a part of our community for generations. At Dayspring Bank, we believe in investing in the future of our community, and we're proud to support the great work of our young athletes and scholars. Dayspring Bank, Mullen, member FDIC, equal housing lender, committed to making a positive impact in our community.
This Father's Day is another opportunity to become Dad's favorite. Brent and the crew at Lines Appliance would love to help you make that happen. Go shop for Dad and check out their selection of grills and coolers. What better way to be on Dad's good side than getting him in front of a brand new grill? The bonus? He'll make you food on it. The best grill and cooler brands, the best grill and cooler quality. It's at Lines Appliance in Broken Bow. Happy Father's Day from Lines Appliance.
Progressive Fertilizer and Propane salute all area athletes and their coaches and wish all the area teams the best of luck in Central Nebraska. Rural residents depend on safe, efficient propane to cook their food, heat their homes, and even dry their grain. They call Progressive Fertilizer and Propane in Callaway for reliable delivery. As part of the Seven Valleys community for many years, they enjoy watching area youth excel in high school sports. Check your tank, and when you need propane, call Progressive Fertilizer and Propane of Callaway.
And again, we bring you back live to Sutherland, Nebraska. Special all-star coverage for you tonight on Central Nebraska's Sports Source. A pleasure to be with you here tonight, and a real honor, too, to be asked to come and broadcast this event for you here this evening. Again, we're live on KBBN 95.3 FM, kbbn.com. Also live with our live video stream tonight, which you can access through sandhillsexpress.com. Also by going directly to the Sandhills Express Facebook page and Sandhills Express YouTube channel. Just concluded the Girls All-Star game. Big night for the MNAC Girls All-Stars as they win at 77-44 was the final. Shaylin Safranik of Anselm Myrna named your MVP of the Girls All-Star game. So now we get ready for the boys contest, and as we do that, we check out your rosters for tonight's game. We'll start with those boys who are representing the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference. From Sandhills Valley, Caleb Burnside. From Hyannis, Max Kosman. From Mullen, Clayton Moore. From Brady, Blake Lusk. From Sandhills Thetford, Connor Cooksley. From Arthur County, Dakota Storr. From South Loop, Lance Jones. From Mullen, Deacon Denaire. From South Loop, Silas Cool. Representing Hyannis is Lane Anderson, and representing Sandhills Valley, the sports co-op between Stapleton and McPherson County, Cole Kramer. Now your roster for the boys who are representing the Minuteman Activities Conference here tonight. Nicholas Denig of South Platte, Trent Marquez of Baird, Johnny Vargas of Garden County, Luke Caston of Potter Dix, Dylan Jelfs of Layton, Carter Whitrock of Potter Dix, Nate Billy of Garden County, Anthony Benitez of Minutair, Court Rummel of Layton, Zach Rotert of Potter Dix, and Justin Ernest of Layton. Those are your rosters, and those will be the boys that we'll be watching for here tonight, live from Sutherland, Nebraska. Well, we're going to get ready to turn things over now to Larry Cotner and Grant Winter. They're going to have the call of your boys' All-Star game, and that's coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
District Hospital welcomes new patients. They are committed to providing local access to high-quality care. It's simple. Patient care is their number one priority. Their transportation service is available to the public, including those with disabilities. Through reservation scheduling, they can transport within Custer and Logan County communities, including Callaway, Oconto, Arnold, Gandy, and Stapleton. Go and say hi soon and ask for more information at the Callaway District Hospital.
Diesel engines have to be tough because they're expected to be reliable. Whether for service calls or work in their shop, call Power Solutions for help with your diesel application. They have parts and know-how that will bring the reliability you need from your diesel engine. Call Power Solutions at 872-5522 or swing by and say hi 1 mile outside of Broken Bow on East Highway 2. Power Solutions, your diesel engine connection and local Vermeer dealer.
Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, look for them now on Facebook, facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
Having trouble getting those flies away from your livestock? Talk to them at AgriBest Feeds in Callaway to do away with pests. Check out their Sweet Pro tubs and mineral fly control, now with heat stress formula as well, or Redmond salt with 60+ trace minerals, also with garlic. They carry livestock equipment from Powder River and Tartar, as well as Aeroquip chutes and portable tub alley systems. Open Monday to Friday 8 to 5 and Saturday 8 until noon. 1 block west of the Co-op in Callaway. AgriBest Feeds.
If you've ever seen the Milwaukee tool display at Mills Hardware in Arnold, you probably thought it was as big as it could ever be. Well, you better go back and see it again soon because it's even bigger. The display is now 350 feet long. 3 aisles of Milwaukee tools that lead the industry in durability and performance. Simply put, the selection and knowledge you'll get when you choose Mills Hardware is going to be top-notch. Mills Hardware in Arnold, proud to be the area's premier Milwaukee connection.
At First State Insurance of Arnold, they're proud to say that they can offer you choices. Those choices save you money. They can offer you a variety of choices because they are independent agents. First State Insurance is cheering on the Bobcats all the way. Call Becky or Taylor at 848-2522 to set up an appointment with First State Insurance of Arnold. Proud supporters of the South Loop Bobcat coaches and players who work so hard.
Sometimes it takes people coming together to build something special, like a block party for new neighbors, a s'mores night in the backyard, a cattle farm that spans generations, or just a place where everyone belongs. People coming together is what you'll find in any community, and it's what you'll find behind our doors at Pinnacle Bank. Because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Central Nebraska Diesel is a proud sponsor of high school sports and the student athletes who work hard each and every day. They're also proud to offer you Rainke products. When you need performance that you can count on, ask them about Rainke. Central Nebraska Diesel is happy to bring this action to those who can attend. Enjoy the broadcast, and when you need pivot service from start to finish, call Central Nebraska Diesel at 643-2544. Rainke, more right than rain.
And we welcome you back here to Sutherland High School Gymnasium as we get you ready for the boys all-star matchup between the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference and the Minutemen Activities Conference. And this should be an interesting contest. A year ago, as I bring in Grant Winterer as the color analysis for this one, it was the MNAC that came away. This one, I think, is going to be a little bit, it was a competitive game a year ago. I think this one's going to go either way.
Yeah, it should be really awesome. What you have kind of different from the girls' game is a lot of different representation across both conferences, whereas the MNAC girls were represented by maybe 3 or 4 schools that made up the entire roster. Here you've got a bunch of different colors on the floor, Larry. This is going to be quite a game.
Yeah, and just like the girls, we also have 2 number 1s.
Yeah.
However, one of our number 1s wears black. The other one does wear blue. And we've seen these kids a number of times this year. So let's go over who the expected starters are going to be. First of all, for the MNAC, they are the visitors on the scoreboard. They're black, red, blue, a little bit of gold out there as well. But they are the visitors, and they're expected to go this way with Caleb Burnside from Sand Hills Valley, Max Kosman of Hyannis, Clayton Moore of Mullen, Blake Lusk of Brady, and Deacon Denayer of Mullen. They are the expected starters. Mullen's coach is the head man here tonight, Brad Wright. He is assisted by Andrew Christian of Sand Hills Valley. Now for the MAC boys, they are coached by Chris Morgan of Layton, assisted by Corey Michaelman of Potter Dix. They're expecting to go this way tonight. Trent Marquez of Bayard, Johnny Vargas of Garden County. Both those players were in the three-point shooting contest earlier tonight. Luke Caston, pretty good player out of Potter Dix, and also Dylan Juliffs of Layton. And the other starter will be Justin Ernest, also of Layton. So that's a look at our starting lineups for both the MNAC and for the MAC as we get you ready for the boys contest here tonight on 95.3 KBBN. Also for you folks listening in on KBBN.com and also watching the live stream on the outlets of Sand Hills Express. We're going to take a break, come back, and have the tip-off between the MAC and the MNAC here on 95.3.
Let Moline Seed and Fence take the expense out of checking tanks. Gallagher Liquid Monitoring is here. No need for cell service. These run fully off satellite, giving you exact water level in your tank at all times. Moline Seed and Fence bringing you the best in technology to help your ranch run more efficiently. Call Shane today at Moline Seed and Fence at 308-529-0781.
Midwest Partitions Incorporated in Thetford would like to take this opportunity to salute all of the student athletes in the area for working hard to prepare for every contest of the season. Through all the hard work and determination you show, you are setting a foundation for a successful future after high school. Good work from Midwest Partitions, delivering expertise, efficiency, and execution. Midwest Partitions Incorporated in Thetford.
Since 1906, Dayspring Bank has had the privilege of serving Nebraska residents and their families, local ag producers, and businesses that have been a part of our community for generations. At Dayspring Bank, we believe in investing in the future of our community, and we're proud to support the great work of our young athletes and scholars. Dayspring Bank, Mullen, member FDIC equal housing lender, committed to making a positive impact in our community.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, and Silver debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Having a party, celebration, tailgate, or watch party? Then you need to come and see us at the Grocery Cart. Between our amazing deals and GK Wine and Spirits, we'll help you treat your guests right. Start out with a meat and cheese tray or a Chester's chicken in the deli, or pick up a rack of smoked ribs. For drinks, our aisles at the GK Wine and Spirits are full with savings on your favorites. The Deli and GK Wine and Spirits, inside the Grocery Cart, Broken Bow.
And we come back to Sutherland as we get you ready for the MNAC versus the MAC here on 95.3. As if you're visualizing this on the radio, in this first half, the MNAC will be going right to left and the MAC will be going left to right. And, of course, if you're watching it on the live stream, you don't even have to pay attention to what I just said, and you'll be able to figure it out for yourself. The MAC is in the home white uniforms, and the MNAC is on the various colored uniforms, the black, the blue, and the red. But, again, if you're on the radio, it's going right to left as you visualize, left to right for the MAC. And as we mentioned, it's kind of interesting. Talking to Brad Wright, he had Clayton Moore come over and kind of finish out telling me who the starting five would be. Of course, Clayton, 4-year starter for Mullen. He's going to be playing basketball for UNK next year. His sister, Samantha, is already on the women's team. And would you have that kind of quality, and you've worked with your coach a little bit? Yeah, he gives you a little bit of a feel there of who they want to start that way.
Yeah, he was such a leader. We saw him in the MNAC tournament, and the way he led Mullen to that finish there was just remarkable. He's an incredible player.
It'll be more to jump it up against Vargas in the center circle as we get it ready for you here from Sutherland, and the tap controlled by the MNAC. Kosman has it in the backcourt, gives it off to Moore. Moore will bring it across the timeline. Man-to-man defense. Drives, pump fakes, 10-footer. No, dipped down and low instead, intended for Lusk, but that was tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the MNAC baseline left side. Clayton Moore will toss it in for Kosman. Vargas almost ran it down instead. Kosman gets it, loses the basketball. It's loose on the court. Put up by Burnside. His 15-footer partially blocked. Trying to save it in was Marquez for the Minuteman Conference, and unable to do so. He was able to hit it off the floor, goes on out of bounds. It'll stay with the MNAC, so a little slow start.
Yeah, but a lot of action early on. It's been really nice to see.
Moore has it up top. Defensively on him is Ernest from Layton. Moore backs up, dish down low. Lusk had it knocked away. There's Denayer, puts it up no good from 5. Cleared out of there by Caston for the Minuteman Conference. Ernest all the way into the paint, stripped away. Burnside comes away with it, lead ahead to Moore. Moore takes it in, tried to dunk it, couldn't get it to go. It goes on out of bounds, and it'll belong to the MAC.
Nice little sequence there, though. You're starting to see these teams really feel each other out in transition.
Marquez with it in the backcourt. He'll bring it over the right side. Working against Burnside. Into the paint, drives, puts it up and in. First 2 points of the night belong to Trent Marquez of Bayard, and the MAC leads it 2-0. Clayton Moore into the forecourt, backs it up at the elbow. At the free throw line, looking for a cutter, finds Denayer in the corner. Had a shot, didn't take it. Ernest comes out on him and gets it out to Moore, does Denayer. Off to Kosman. Kosman working against Vargas. Along the baseline, Pass intended for Lusk, couldn't handle it, but Burnside comes up with it. Lusk now has it down low, posts up, 5-footer would not fall, and the rebound ripped down defensively by Juliffs for Layton. Marquez, 5 feet out, no shot put up. Juliffs will attempt from way long, and the rebound belongs to the MNAC. Nice no-look pass by Moore, but Lusk kind of got caught up on his hip, couldn't get the shot up, and here comes the MAC the other direction. Vargas on the right side, backing it up, Caston with the long three, no good. Rebound brought down by Denayer. Lots of action, but only 2 points to show for it in the first 155 of this ball game.
What you really like to see is both teams attacking the basket, though. They're not giving up.
Kosman driving into the paint. Really was fortunate to come away with the basketball because he got caught up with nowhere to go. Knocked out of bounds by Dylan Juliffs.
Yeah, excellent defensive play there.
Moore, baseline right side, fires it into Kosman. Back to Moore, posting up against Ernest. In down low, puts it up, no good, but he draws the foul, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
That's what Moore is going to be really good at, is getting down low, and we saw it early on with he goes up for a jump, he goes up for a shot, but then can dish it off quickly. Now he gets to the line just by going up himself.
And they're going to call that foul on Justin Ernest of Layton. I believe I said it was Juliffs, but it was Ernest of Layton. Moore puts the free throw down, and the MNAC is on the board. 2-1 our score, 7:53 to go, first quarter. Keep in mind, 4 10-minute quarters. We're going by the old rules for fouls. Second one, no good. Rebound up and in, though, for Blake Lusk out of Brady, and it's 3-2 in favor of the MNAC.
Heads up play there.
In the forecourt, Juliffs controls. Now off to Ernest, top of the key. He'll fire up a three off the iron, no good. Rebound brought down by Kosman. He'll hustle it down the left side. Into the paint. No-look pass to Denayer. Nowhere to go. Back out to Moore. Three from the corner off the mark. Lusk the rebound. Drives. Puts it up and in. And Blake Lusk has 4 of the 5 points here early on for the MNAC.
Both of them coming from down low and inside. You love to see that.
Marquez with a little in-and-out move and brings it back out. Gives it off to Ernest. Now to Juliffs. Pump fake. Nowhere to go. Vargas, long three. Got it. Nothing but the net. We saw him in the three-point contest earlier, and you know why.
Yeah, you know you can knock him down from just about anywhere behind that arc.
5-5 our score. Moore pass down low to Lusk. It was tipped and now stolen away by Marquez. Now he loses track of it. Burnside comes up with it. 3-on-1. Dish off for Moore. Nice dish over to Lusk. Layup and in. Looked like Burnside might have had an easy layup. He was expecting Marquez to come off of Moore, but he didn't. Then Moore with the quick pass over to Lusk for the bucket.
A lot of heads-up basketball.
Marquez all the way in, high off the glass. He'll put it home. And we're tied up again at 7.
It's a great-looking bucket from Marquez to go at and over someone who's taller.
Clayton Moore into the lane. He draws the crowd and dishes off to Lusk once again. Blake Lusk with the big smile. He says, I'm the benefactor of everybody going after Clayton Moore. Juliffs for the three. That's off the mark. Rebound down by Clayton Moore. Moore into the forecourt, holds it up deep on the wing, between the legs dribble, working against Marquez along the baseline, 15-footer, no good. Rebound on the weak side, taken out of there by Vargas. Wants to push down the middle of the court. Left side, Juliffs, nice dish off Ernest. Pump fake, puts it up and in.
What an excellent bucket.
Had to hang a little bit as Blake Lusk come running through there to defend it, and we're tied at 9.
They still had the numbers, though, and made it happen. That is awesome play.
Kosman, top of the key, rolls off to the right side. Picks up the dribble, looking to give off to Moore. Moore got caught up underneath. He will draw the foul, and I believe that might be number 2 on Ernest. 5:35 to go, opening quarter, 9-9. It is the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference versus Minuteman Activities Conference boys basketball game. I want to say actually men's basketball game. These guys are graduates.
Absolutely.
Pump it up for them a little bit. Inbounds. New players in there. That's Cooksley putting it up. Connor Cooksley couldn't get it to go. Rebound, as we got a whole new 5 in there. Couple of rebounds. Dakota Storer had it momentarily, couldn't get it to go. And now it's Cooksley, and they'll work it around. Left side, 3 ball on the way, and nothing but net for Lance Jones out of South Loop. Quickly the other way.
All smiles from Lance there as he knocked down that 3. Didn't see a whole lot of that from him during the season.
3 ball put up as we've got new players in there for the MAC as well. That one put up from Carter Wittrock. And the rebound taken down by the MNAC. Cooksley into the corner. Pump fake by Anderson. He'll drive and lay it up and in.
That heads-up play there to know he has the space not only to take the shot but to drive as well and make it happen.
Pardon the pun, but Anderson had the lane that time. Lane Anderson with a couple points, 14-9. Up top with it, Rummel. Court Rummel from Layton gives off to his high school teammate Ernest. Now back over to Rummel. Back out to another player from Layton. That's Dylan Juliffs. Now Ernest down low finds Juliffs. Being guarded defensively by Dakota Storer of Arthur County. Pump fake out top. Driving 10 foot. No, would not go that time for We'll have to check and see who that number is for the MAC. Over on the right side, driving along the baseline. Shot put up by Anderson. Blocked from behind. As getting a piece of that was Wittrock. Down the left side, laying it up and in. Nice move. Strongly done by Court Rummel.
He did that in 2 steps. That was remarkable.
14-11. And going into the paint, a foul is going to be called. Boy, that's going to be the 3rd foul on Justin Ernest.
Yeah, and we're not even through the first quarter yet. You got to imagine he's going to come out here, right?
He's got all 3 fouls in the ballgame. 3:39 remaining here in the opening quarter. Anderson will trigger it in. Does so along the baseline to Cooksley. Gives off down low. Anderson nowhere to go. Caught up. Takes it in. Couldn't get it to go. Got his man in the air. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the MAC.
Got to give Cooksley there a lot of credit for making that room down low and creating those opportunities for his teammates.
Cooksley into the paint. Shot put up. No good. Would not fall for Storer. And it's cleared out of there that time by Wittrock. Quickly ahead. Vargas along the left side. Puts it up and in.
Boy, he came to play today, didn't he?
Tough angle, and he put it home. 14-13. MAC within 1 after they trailed by 5. Connor Cooksley into the forecourt. Left elbow. Delayed dribble. Takes it in the paint. Guarded closely by Vargas and might have been fouled by Vargas, and that's who they'll call it on.
Yeah, just a little bit of a reach there. Aggressive defending. You like to see the 2 3-point shooters in the contest going one-on-one today. That's cool.
Lane Anderson will trigger it in to Cooksley. He's got it in the corner. Feed down low. Storer drives, puts it up, in and out, would not go. Got his own board back. Triple team, double team, blocked out of there nicely by Rodert from Potter Dix. Rummel will push it into the forecourt for the Minuteman Conference. Give off to Vargas. He'll launch a 3 off the front of the iron. No good. Cleared out defensively by Lance Jones. Off to Anderson. Stripped from behind and tipped back in, but standing out of bounds when he did so was Nate Billy of Garden County.
Really tough play to make there, but you got to respect the hustle for almost keeping it in there because the refs weren't sure to blow the whistle or not. It was that close.
Inbounds will come from the baseline right side. It'll be Lane Anderson. Anderson from Hyannis looking to get it in. Lobs it up top, finds Cooksley. Cooksley's man went past him. They've got numbers off to Jones. His 3 ball off the mark. Rodert with the rebound. Outlet ahead to Rummel. Court Rummel from Layton into the forecourt. Now the corner, Dennig from South Loop. Nicholas Dennig, his 3 won't go, and the rebound belongs to Anderson. Gives it off to Cooksley and will slow the pace a little bit. 2:12 to go in the first quarter.
Move.
Cooksley into the paint. Couldn't get it to go, but he'll draw the foul.
Looks like that'll be...
Well, just like the girls' game earlier, the MNAC doing a good job of taking it to the hole and drawing fouls on the MAC players. Connor Cooksley will put that free throw down, make it a 15-13 contest. They'll give that foul to Carter Wittrock.
What they're doing really nicely is creating the space, too, just kind of dissecting the defense.
Second free throw good by Cooksley. 3-point advantage for the MNAC. 2:09 to go opening quarter. Marquez back in there. Into the corner for Caston, who's returned. Caston fadeaway 10-footer good. Luke Caston, part of the Coyotes of Potter Dix. 16-15 the score. Cooksley up top. Bounce into the corner. Finds his teammate, that's Silas Cool. Now off to Cooksley, back out to Cool. Now Cole Kramer in the lineup, spins in the paint. 5-footer, couldn't get it to fall. Rebound tipped around, saved in nicely by Caston. He gets it in to Roeder. Lead ahead for Rummel. Back to Roeder, who trails the play. Dish back out to Caston. He'll launch a three and hit it. Nothing but the net. And the lead belongs to the MAC. They take it at 18-16 with 1:20 remaining here in quarter number 1.
It comes on Caston's 5 unanswered points.
Cooksley back out to Cool. He couldn't get it to go. Dennig comes away with the rebound. Dish ahead to Rummel. Now Marquez. He'll launch the long three. Off the iron, no good, but Rummel rips down the board, falling backwards. Gets it back out to Marquez, who drives, pump fakes, puts it up and in.
Nice looking bucket.
Trent Marquez out of Bayard. And it's been an 11-2 run here for the MAC. 48 seconds to go in the quarter. Connor Cooksley, he'll be fouled from behind by Nicholas Dennig. That's going to be the 16th foul on the MAC. And the MNAC has not committed one yet.
Yeah, they've been playing really clean, and you got to credit that to how the MNAC boys are going at the MAC here offensively. They're drawing those fouls.
Inbounds will go to Cooksley. Cooksley works over to the left elbow, drives in, 10-footer up and got it.
Nice shot.
Hit the lip of the rim and came on over. 20-18 the score, 33 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Court Rummel works it over right side for Caston. Between the legs dribble, looked to go for the shot, didn't take it. Benitez, who's back or into the lineup now, gives off to Caston, who couldn't hold on to it. Turnover will give it back to the MNAC with a chance to tie or take the lead in the final 21.7 of the first quarter.
Pretty big possession here.
Max Kosman into the forecourt, takes it to the top of the key. Bounce down low for Kramer, lost it, got it back. Double team. Marquez is really hounding him down there, but they're able to get it back. Now Kramer down low, puts it up, couldn't get it to go, got his own board. Pump fake, puts it up and in. And that will go with about a second to go in the quarter. And after one, we are all knotted up. It's the MNAC and the MAC 2020 here on 95.3. We'll be back with quarter number 2 after this.
Vehicles. You want something that gets you to where you're going comfortably while looking great. Storm damage, deer damage, or insurance claim, take your ride to Rod's Body and Paint Broken Bow. They're the collision specialist. You should call 308-872-5346. Offering over 42 years of experience, they'll get you back on the road quickly without dings and dents to full replacement and auto glass repair. Rod's Body and Paint, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
June 18th, and Aeroseed has great gifts. For the dad who likes to cook, Aeroseed has the Masterbuilt Gravity Series grills that grill and smoke using lump charcoal or 700 degrees in less than 15 minutes and can be controlled with your phone. Masterbuilt digital smokers are available too, as well as the popular can cookers. Also, a unique tumbler handle has an LED flashlight built in, great for night fishing or checking calves, as are the Nebo rechargeable flashlights or a mosquito zapping lamp. Aeroseed today to see all the great gifts for Dad. And we come back to Sutherland, all knotted up 20 apiece. The MNAC and the MAC in their all-star boys basketball game. With it, the MAC to start the second quarter, going left to right. Luke Caston has it. Fadeaway 18-footer, good.
Boy, he's feeling it, isn't he?
Working against Max Kosman. He got it down.
He's got 7 so far.
Connor Cooksley into the forecourt. Sandhill Stedford Knight puts it up, couldn't get it to go from about 8 feet away. Taken out of there by Juliffs, Dylan Juliffs. Johnny Vargas left side, put up a high one, and there's Cole Kramer to come in there and knock it out of bounds.
He almost scraped his knuckles on the ceiling there, Larry. Did you see the vertical?
Boy, yeah, Cole Kramer, of course, he's had some tough times the last year or so for Sandhills Valley. He had to pretty much have his knee totally worked on, and it's good to see that he's out here for this matchup tonight. Long three by Juliffs is out of bounds, off the miss. Caston, Vargas, Rodert, Marquez, and Vargas out there for Juliffs for the MAC. Kosman falling off balance. Lost his balance putting up that shot. The rebound brought down by Caston. Kosman trying to swipe it back. Now over to Vargas. Vargas cut off. Gets it to Marquez. 3 ball on the way. No good. Long rebound brought down by Connor Cooksley. Wants to push. Down the left side. Vargas cuts him off. Cooksley back out to Kosman. Pump fake. No look pass down low to Kramer. Posts up, puts it up. No good. Roeder stood his ground and comes away with the basketball.
It's going to be big, though, when you get those bigs down low to stand your ground, and you're going to come up with some pretty big stops like that.
Set 3, no good for Marquez, and it's taken out of there by Kramer. Kramer, Storer, Kosman, Burnside, and Cooksley out there for the MNAC. And Kramer trying to take it all the way in, couldn't get the layup to go. Cast it into the forecourt over to Vargas. 3 wouldn't go. Roeder gets the rebound, puts it up. It couldn't go. Vargas keeps it alive, tipped away from him, and Kosman will run it down. Burnside, who's not looking for it now, is the one that tipped it away, and now Vargas will steal it right back, and Burnside's going to be called for the tripping foul, trying to reach back for that basketball.
Well, how's that for the start of a second quarter, Larry?
Looks a little bit more like a football game than a basketball game for the little stretch there. Maybe a little lacrosse.
Yeah, perhaps some rugby too. It's good to see. It's good to see that these kids are out here giving it their all.
The MAC leading 22-20, 8:08 to go, first half. Again, we're playing 10-minute quarters. Trent Marquez with it, left side, backing it out on the wing. Ernest down low, shot put up at the left hand, no good by Vargas. Taken out of there by Clayton Moore, who's back in the lineup. Moore on the run, trying to get it down to his teammate Denayer from Mullen. But that's tipped away at the last second by Dylan Julips.
Gotta love that vision there from Clayton, though. He saw him down low, just couldn't quite make the connection because of those big defensive hands.
Lusk is back in there as well for the MNAC. Nice inbounds on the bounce pass. Moore to Burnside, who gets the easy layup to tie it up.
What a way to get on the score sheet, too, for Burnside. Nice little cut.
22-22 the score. Ernest over on the right wing, gives off now to Julips. Julips reverses himself. Free throw line jumper up and in, nothing but the net.
That's not easy either. He had a defensive man, I think it was Lusk, right in his face the whole way, almost blocked the shot.
24-22, the MAC on top. Burnside drives, puts it up, couldn't get it to fall. Tipped around, out of bounds, last touch by Lusk. Burnside had a chance to grab that. I think he thought the MAC touched it last, so he let it go. No backcourt pressure. I'm not sure that's even allowed in this. We didn't see it at all for the girls tonight. And we know the coaches would like to use that.
Of course. It's a weapon, yeah.
I'm going to guess there's no backcourt pressure, at least not in the first half. On the fall away, it went.
Wow.
Looked like it was going to pop out for Luke Caston, but it came on back and sinks for a 4-point advantage now for the MAC, 26-22.
That's his 9th point.
Clayton Moore off the left side. No look pass, stolen away. Vargas one-on-one with Burnside down the right side. Lays it up and in. Johnny Vargas showing his speed as well there. We've seen his outside shooting range. Moore into the paint, drives, puts up the 5-footer up and in. Clayton Moore with the answer.
Made that look so easy too.
28-24, 6:22 to go. First half. Caston, left side. Vargas looked at the long 3, dribbles in instead, gets it back out to Caston for the long 3, and that one's off the mark.
Nice idea from Caston, though. He was wide open behind the line, and he's had a lot of shooting success so far this half.
Timeout's going to be taken, it looks like, by the MAC. 6:11 to go first half, 28-24, the MAC on top of the MNAC.
But unable to stand up. Physical therapy can help. Call 872-5111. Did you slide it? Rehabilitation specialist at 872-5111 in Broken Bow or any of our locations. .com 872-5111.
The student athletes you are cheering on during this broadcast practice.
28-24, our score here in Sutherland. The Minuteman Conference on top of the Mid-Nebraska Conference. Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference with the basketball. Lance Jones going to throw it in. Clayton Moore will be the benefactor of that pass. Brings it across the timeline. Looks down low. Drives. Fakes the three. Now gives off to Jones. Pass on the skip side over to Silas Cool. Cool back to Moore. Moore working against Caston into the paint. Off balance 5-footer, no good. Lust the rebound. Follow would not go, but he draws the foul.
Sometimes that's enough. If you can just get to the line, be present to come down with the basketball. And now you've got a chance to give your team 2 points.
That's going to be the second foul on Carter Wittrock of Potter Dix. Justin Ernest already has 3 fouls in this game. Free throw by Lusk is no good, but he'll have a second as he was in the act of shooting. Blake Lusk, graduate of Brady High School, puts it up. One of the Eagles from a year ago. 28-25, 5:45 to go here in the half. Caston up to the top of the key. Give off to Juliff, got his man in the air. Drives, 10-footer up, no good, it would not fall. Lusk, who was the man who got up in the air, hustled back to try to come down with the rebound, but he touched it last. It'll stay with the MAC.
Lusk is just everywhere, both offensively and defensively, playing extremely physical right now. You'll love to see it.
Denayer is out. Lane Anderson of Hyannis back in. Baseline right side. Ernest gets it in, finds his man. That's Juliff's down along the baseline. Too strong on the shot. Cleared out of there by Jones. Moore into the forecourt. Top of the key. Over to Jones. Toes up the three. Off the back of the iron. No good. They fight for the rebound. And it's loose, finally taken out of there by Ernest. Ernest, he'll dribble it across the timeline. Take it down the right side, dish off. Wasn't controlled by Wittrock, but it's worked around up to Juliffs. Now back over to Caston. Caston on the wing, dribbles up top. Now gives off to Carter Wittrock. Rommel, the benefactor of the give-and-go pass. He'll dribble in and lay it up with the left hand.
That was smooth.
Clayton Moore's three, no good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Court Rummel. Here comes Rummel again down the left side. In the corner for Caston, a three, it's good. And the biggest lead of the ball game belongs to the MAC. They lead 33-25.
12 points for Caston so far this half.
Bounce down low, Anderson goes reverse, nicely done. Juliffs was right there defensively, but Anderson found a seam.
Credit Anderson for keeping his eye on the hoop and knowing exactly where he and the defender were.
Wittrock for a three, no good. A rebound tipped around and controlled by Anderson. Anderson gives it up for Moore. Clayton will bring it across the timeline. He'll work against Luke Caston. Those two saw each other a year ago in the district finals. Three ball up, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Ernest, and then a jump ball as Lane Anderson able to tie up Ernest.
Wow.
And it'll go back over to the MNAC. 4:03 remaining in quarter number 2. 33-27. The MAC on top. Anderson. Left side, or right side underneath. Going to have to get it in. Finally does to Moore. Moore calls out the play. Signals to players what they want. Dribbles in. Cut off nicely. Pass down low. Lust drives. He left it short. Rebound cleared out of there by Billy for Garden County. Gives off to Wittrock and almost thrown away, but Juliffs was right there. Roeder, pump fake, no shot. Back out to Juliffs for a long three. And Dylan Juliffs will knock it home for a 9-point advantage for the MAC. 36-27.
A lot of joy on the MAC for the MAC on the perimeter.
Silas Cool's three is off the mark. Taken out of there on the weak side by Juliffs. Lead ahead through the hands of Billy, and it's run down by Lance Jones. Lusk out to Moore. He'll toe up the three from the top of the key. No good. Taken out of there by Juliffs. Mack wants to run quickly ahead for Wittrock. Knocked away momentarily by Moore, but Wittrock picks it up. Nice bounce down low to Billy. The assist from Court Rummel, and it's a double-digit lead for the Minuteman Conference. 38-27.
They're just having a lot of luck against this MNAC defense right now.
Moore taking it in, takes a little bit of physical contact from Zach Roeder. And it is bonus time for the MNAC. 18 fouls have been called against the MAC, only one against the MNAC. So Clayton Moore will be at the line for a 1-and-1 again after tonight. We probably won't be saying that term anymore.
Yeah, right. There's
except for I doubt even all-star games after
I'm
tonight.
sure they're just going to universalize the rules, right?
Yep.
Should be interesting to see what happens.
Well, next year everybody will be used to the new rules, so. At the line, Clayton Moore. Free throw good. And if you're not sure about that, next year it'll be 5 fouls each quarter. And you shoot 2 at that point.
They're getting rid of the 1-and-1.
Yep, and then at the end of the quarter, they'll wipe the slate clean.
Yep.
Second one by Moore is good. Makes it 38-29 with 2:52 remaining. He'll come out, and Connor Cooksley will come in. It's Cooksley, Kosman, Kramer, Jones, and Anderson in there for the MNAC. Rummel, Roeder, Billy, Wittrock, and Dennig in there now for the MAC conference.
Moore takes the bench, and he's only got 5 points this half.
Denning into the corner for Wittrock. Up top now for Roeder. Dribbles in. Back out to Wittrock. Looking down low. Little pass between those two. Roeder. Backside. Jones will knock it loose. Comes up with it. Rolls it ahead, but Billy runs it down. That was intended ahead for Kramer, but couldn't get there as Nate Billy was able to get down there and get a hold of it. Now Roeder down low, able to lay it home for 2.
And that's his first 2 of the game.
40-29. 2:05 remaining here in the first half. Kosman may have walked, yeah.
Yep.
That was that wiggle, and that was a wiggle waggle.
Yes, yeah, he wiggled and waggled.
Yeah. That looked like a worm trying to get away from Brent in his yard. That didn't want to be on the hook a little bit later on. Wiggling away. Up top, pump fake by Caston. Works it over to Rummel. Now Dennig across the baseline. That one's touched on the skip pass, and it'll stay with the MAC with 1:43 remaining. Burnside comes in. Storer will come in. Jones and Anderson will sit down for the MNAC. Inbounds pass will go into the corner for Rummel. Back at the Luke Aston, a long 3. Didn't miss that one by much. Hit the back of the iron. Taken out of there by Cooksley. Cooksley into the forecourt for the MNAC. 1.5 to go here in the first half. Kosman on the move. 18-footer, couldn't get it to go, but it tipped in by Cole Kramer.
And he was full-blown that direction. He knew that if that ball was off the mark, he was going to find it and put it back in.
40-31 the score. Roeder, top of the key, dribbles in, knocked away by Burnside, but retrieved by Wittrock. Now over on the left side, Rummel's shot no good. Rebound taken out of there by Cooksley. Wants to run. 3-on-3, takes it into the paint. Tried to dish it off for Burnside, but Rummel's right there to take it away. To Denning, ahead to Roeder. Roeder will scoop it up, no good. Rebound brought down. Running into his home player was Storer, but he kept his balance and got it ahead to Burnside. Now Cooksley. Cooksley back to Burnside on the short pass. Burnside runs it down. Now to Storer, driving in the corner. Cooksley. Cooksley takes it in, tries to force one up. Couldn't get it to go, but he will draw the foul.
This is more what we've seen earlier on where the MNAC boys had some success. They were moving with pace, and they were moving in transition and trying to get those open buckets quickly.
That's going to be the third foul on Carter Wittrock now. Free throw by Cooksley, no good. He was in the act of shooting. He'll have a second one here. All fouls the rest of this half on the MAC will be 2 shots anyway. On the double bonus, that's another thing we won't be saying much of I don't think anymore.
Right.
I think it does exist in the new rules, but no, everything is a double bonus from now on.
Because you're not 1-and-1,
Yeah, so you won't hear the double bonus anymore.
Or you'll hear it all the time.
And the second free throw no good, but it was ripped down by Kramer. And now he'll shoot the double bonus. So, yeah, that's another term going by the wayside here tonight. Free throw by Cole Kramer makes it 40-32. 35.2 remaining. That foul was on Rummel. He makes them both. Cuts the lead down to 7. That's 4 in a row for the MNAC, who wants to cut into that lead before half. Marquez on the drive, cut off, gets it out to Caston. Now Roeder from the free throw line puts it up, and no good. Rebound taken by Storer. So the MNAC chance to get it down to 5 or maybe 4 before halftime. Lob down low. Kramer posts up. 5-foot fadeaway. Couldn't get it to go. Caston comes away with it with 12 seconds remaining. Slowly brings it across the timeline. Off to Marquez. Marquez back out to Caston. 4 seconds. Going to have to shoot. Marquez drives. Lobs one up with no time off. The MAC they didn't come up with a very good shot out of that possession. I think they let a little bit too much time go down, but it was a very well-played first half by these two teams. They got up and down the court, played hard, and at halftime, the MAC on top of the MNAC by the score of 40-33. We'll come back with halftime activities after this on 95.3 and on our live stream on Sandhills Express. And we come back here to Sutherland. And the 3-point. And Alexis Mahler going to start things off for the girls. Earlier tonight, it was the MNAC girls winning 77-44. Mahler misses that one. She's on the second rack, puts that one down, puts it up from the top of the key. That one no good. The second one on the way. Of course, Alexis Mahler from Twin Loop puts it up and bangs that one home on the last one. On the right wing, she'll put it up. She hits the first. Up on the second one, she hits that one. See if she can get all three. No. She'll go to the right corner. Alexis Mahler toes that one up. No good. Another one, and she hits that one. And the last one. No. It'll be 10 points for Alexis Mahler. And now Ava Pandorf, who had 16 points in that all-star victory earlier tonight, including, I believe, a three-pointer or two. And she will now begin. She also with the MNAC from South Loop. Hits the very first one. Toes up the next one. Hits that one. Sends another one. And that's good. All three from the left side. From the left wing, it's up no good. Second one on the way. Too strong. And the third, and that's good. That's a two-pointer. And then she's got the three-point ball, I believe, up top. She makes that first one. Second one, good. She's already at 10 points, I believe. Now, 15. Okay. Wow. She's already, there's 16. If she hits this one, she's already topped the boys champion. And she gets that one as she's at 18 points. From the right corner, no good on the first. The second, on the way, good. And we'll see what she finishes with. It wouldn't fall. 19 points for Ava Pandorf. She had that here in the three-point contest. She had 16 in the All-Star game earlier tonight. So pretty good score for Ava Pandorf.
Yeah.
More than likely, she's going to be in the finals. All right, now here comes a couple of the MAC players. This is going to be Avery Hayward from South Platte. She'll be the first of the MNAC or the MAC girls. The MAC is what I was trying to say. First one no good. She's shooting from the left corner. That one no good. And the third one is off the mark. She'll work from the left wing, launches that one. That one just a little off the iron. Second one looked good for a moment, but didn't come up enough. And the third one is good for 2 points. Hayward from the top of the key launches that one off the back of the iron. Another one up, and that one no good. And the third one, no, would not fall for her. Second one, or the right side on the wing, puts the first one down. Second one no good. And the third one is good. So she's sitting at 5 points. She could still get in the finals, but I'm not sure she can now. As the second one is good. Well, she's at 8. So she couldn't quite tie Alexis Mahler. That one went out. So 8 points. And now Tyann Berner, she had three three-pointers, the most of anybody in that first game tonight. All 9 points. She was the leading scorer for the MAC. Misses the first from the left side. She's in the corner. She's missed the first two, and off with that one. She's going, oh, wait a minute. I got to find my groove. There you go. She nails that one. Nothing but the net. That one no good. The third ball just off to the left a bit. Top of the key, puts it up, and that one's good. Second one's good. Third one just short. Now the right wing. She'll put it up, and good. Second one, no good. And the third off the iron. Right corner. That one's short. Second one up, no good. And the third will also be short. So looks like it'll be Pandorf and Mahler in the finals. Both of the MNAC shooters for the girls.
Should be exciting.
Earlier in the boys, by the way, Connor Cooksley was the champion. He had the second best score in the first round, but won it in the championship round, and that's kind of where Alexis Mahler's at right now. Her first shot is up and no good. Second one in and out. That would not fall for her. Third one also rims out of there. From the left wing, it would not fall. Now she makes that one. Third shot from the left wing would not fall. Mahler from the top of the key puts it up, and that one's in there. Another one, that one off the mark, and the third one from the top. Got it with the run, with the bounce. I believe she's got 5. Now she's up to 8 points off the right wing.
Bit of a rhythm now, too.
9, and that one's short. She's got 3 more off the right corner. Puts it up and in and out, no good. See if she can top her previous score. If she hits this one, she does. No. She'll come up with 9 points here in the finals.
Pretty consistent, though.
Ava Pandorf, who's had the best score of anybody tonight, with 19 in the semifinals, will have to beat 9 to win this competition. Puts that one up, no good. Left corner, and that one's too strong. She came out shooting on fire the first round. Gets 2 there. Left wing puts it up, and that one's off. Second one on the way. That one is bounced off the backside. Puts this one up.
Nice bucket.
Got that one to go. Top of the key, puts it up, no good. Second one on the way is good.
Here's for the tie.
And that one
goes.
I think she's at 10, actually. She hits. She's already got the lead in the win. So let's just see what the final score will be as she makes all 3 from the right wing. From the corner, she puts that one down, 4 in a row. And in and out, no good on that second to last. And the last one is good. I believe 17 points, I think, is what we heard.
Yeah.
That's a combined 36.
Yeah.
She easily was the overall champion here tonight in the girls' three-point shooting. Let's talk about some of the first half stats here on the boys, Grant.
Well, for the MNAC boys, Caleb Burnside's got 2 points. Clayton Moore, we talked a little bit earlier, has just been held to 5. Blake Lusk has 9 in the first half, and he leads the MNAC in scoring. Connor Cooksley's got his 4, including a pair of hit free throws, but he's only going 50% from the line. Lance Jones has that big 3 we saw early on. Lane Anderson has 4 points, and Cole Kramer's got 6. It looks as though the MNAC boys have about 23 rebounds and 6 turnovers. The MAC boys, on the other hand, Trent Marquez has 8 points. Johnny Vargas has 5, including a 3. Luke Caston, an enormous 12. He leads all scorers. Dylan Jolfs has 5. Nate Billy has 2. Court Rummel has 4. Zach Rodert has 2. And Justin Ernest has 2 as well. It looks as though the MAC have 24 rebounds, and they have turned the ball over 5 times. So there's a lot of parity there in terms of rebounding and turnovers as far as this game goes in the first half.
40-33 is our halftime score as the Minuteman Activities Conference leads the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference. Earlier tonight in the girls' game, it was all MNAC. They won that one 77-44. Shaylin Safranik was the MVP of that contest with 24 points.
Yes. Yeah.
Plus, I think she had almost double-digit blocks.
Yeah, she was just insane down low.
So the MAC, as you visualize on the radio, will be going right to left, MNAC left to right here in the second half. It'll be Marquez, Ernest, Vargas, Julius, and Caston to start it off for the MAC. Long 3 by Marquez off the mark. Moore, Burnside, Kramer, and almost stolen away from Burnside, but he gets it back, gets it off to Lusk ahead. Lusk, Burnside, Cooksley, Moore, and Kramer to start it off for the MNAC.
This MAC defense is absolutely glued to the MNAC boys so far.
Right elbow with it, it's Lusk. Lusk now goes to the dribble, kicks off into the corner for Kramer, into the paint for Moore. Knocked away by Ernest, but Moore runs it down. Gives off to Kramer on the wing, into the paint. Ernest, that one knocked away, but a foul's going to go on Trent Marquez.
It's a little, so it's kind of the price you pay there, the risk you run when you have those overly aggressive defenses. They can draw some fouls, pretty quickly.
Clayton Moore will toss it in. Working off the left side. He'll lob it into Kramer. Tried to go in one motion, couldn't get it to go, and on the rebound, a foul out of position was Burnside. Working against Marquez. Those two going scrappy at each other in the first 46 seconds of this third quarter.
Sure thing. That's actually the first foul on the MNAC boys this game.
Oh, they had one in the first half.
They had one yes.
They had one in the first half. Up top with it, Caston gives off to Vargas. Now Ernest working against Kramer. Man-to-man defense. Vargas on the drive. Bounced nicely down to Julius, but no shot. They work it around. Both teams have been a little bit more patient on the offensive end in this second half. Driving, Caston lost it, tipped around. Moore comes up with it. 2-on-1. Now comes back the MAC defense, and blocking the shot of Burnside was Julius. Ernest quickly the other way. Doesn't have numbers. He takes it in. That's tipped by Cole Kramer. Lusk will come away, gives it off to Cooksley. Cooksley, top of the key. Looking down low. Nowhere to go. Going to have to get rid of it. Close to a 5 count. Finally gets it down to Kramer. Kramer posting up strong. Wow. Takes it in against Ernest, who has those 3 fouls. And he took it right at him. It's a 5-point game, 40-35.
And that's exactly what you want to do, is you want to go at the players with the most fouls here.
Vargas from the right wing. 3-pointer puts it back to an 8-point game at 43-35. Moore with the answer off the left wing. 43-38. Marquez into the forecourt. Trent from Bayard. Driving against Burnside. A lot of contact, but the official says it was all good. Burnside touched it last. It'll stay with the MAC.
I like that no call, too. It was just a matter of feet getting caught up, and the ball rolled out of bounds. 2 kids fell over. There's no harm there.
That's the difference, again, between boys all-star and men's all-star.
Yes.
Bounce pass. Ernest Julius, nice pump fake. High off the glass. It would not go. Lusk goes up high and comes down with the board. Outlet to Kosman. Kosman didn't have the numbers. Stops. Oh, wow. Not found the trailer. The air. Nobody picked him up. Deacon Denayer with the easy one, and it's a 3-point game, 43-40.
And that also puts Denayer in the scorebook for the first time.
Julius deep on the right side. I think it might have been Deacon's first shot, too. He might have had one earlier down low. He gets the rebound off the tip here, then trying to give it back to Moore. It's stolen away by Caston. Toes up a three from the corner. Luke Caston knocking it home for the MAC. The former Potter Dix Coyote makes it a 6-point game, 46-40. Clayton Moore up top working against Caston. Gets a screen from Denayer. Fadeaway three by Moore, in and out, no good. Tipped around, controlled by Caston. 3-on-2 the other way. Caston, as the rest of the MNAC come back, will hold up now, shoot the three. Off the iron, no good. Tipped around, controlled by Denayer. He'll give it ahead to Moore. Lob ahead now to Luss. Down low, blocked out of there by Dylan Julius.
Julius with an amazing block.
Lusk was a little off balance, and Chulif was right there to slap that one away. From the corner, Kosman will trigger it in. Lance Jones is checked in now for the MNAC. Moore working against Caston. Into the corner for Kosman against Vargas. Kosman gives out now to Moore, driving in the paint. Felt the contact, put the 5-footer up and in. 46-42.
MNAC's really going to want Clayton Moore to come alive in this second half.
I was going to say that was over and back.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the whistle, and it came. And that's a couple of Layton teammates, as Julius and Ernest were involved in that one. So 6:06 remaining in the third. Tight game. 46-42, the MAC on top. Burnside goes around Marquez. No lane, though, to continue. So Kosman will have it up top. Work over to Moore. Into the paint. Back to Kosman. Backdoor play. And Max Kosman makes it a 2-point game. 46-44. Julius toes up the three from the left wing. Good. He felt that one all the way. Dylan Julius out of out of Layton. Now stolen away from Moore. 4-on-2. Vargas out to Marquez. Three, no good. Rebound tipped around. Last touch by Vargas.
All points for the MAC boys so far this half have been 3-pointers.
5:21 remaining here in the third. 49-44. The MAC on top. Burnside will bring it across the center line in the middle, all the way into the paint. Gives it off to Moore or Jones, and that's blocked by Julius. Marquez comes up with the loose ball. No look pass ahead to Julius. Pump fake. He got Jones in the air. There'll be no bucket, as it was before the shot. Lance Jones went up high. Lance was pretty tough in football last year.
Yes, he was. He was determined to stop that shot, too.
It'll be an inbounds for the MAC. Way up top. Julius a long three off the front of the iron. Whitrock, who just checked in with the follow, wouldn't get it to go from 7, but he draws the foul.
It'll be on Burnside.
I believe that's third foul of the second half on the MNAC. Carter Whitrock puts up the free throw. It's good. Pushes it back to a 6-point game at 50-44. Whitrock will toe it up again. Put it up, no good. Bounces around. Taken out of there by Rummel. Up top for Marquez. Back over to Caston. Fadeaway three off the iron. Long rebound comes out to Burnside. Wants to run. 2-on-3. He goes past the defense, takes it in, but it got caught up too far underneath, and Marquez comes away with it. Lead ahead to Whitrock into the paint. Rummel, nice pass. Getting it out to Caston, who comes in and scoops it up and in. He felt the contact from Denayer, who was very stationary in a good position, and Caston really had nothing else to do. Backdoor look from Kosman to Anderson, off his arms and out of bounds. And the MAC right now a little bit on a roll.
Absolutely, and it's due a lot to Kosman and his activity. He can just, on that last shot in particular, he was just moved every which way with the basketball in the air.
Luke Caston has had a heck of a game. Inbounds will go to Julius, and he'll bring it across the timeline himself. Into the forecourt. Julius will hold up. Give off left side, Wittrock. Now Rodert who's checked back in from Potter Dix. Back out to Wittrock also for the Coyotes. That one tipped around. Last touch by the MAC. And with 3:59 remaining here in the third quarter, the MNAC will have the basketball trailing 52-44. Silas Cool back in there. It's Kosman, Cool, Jones, Storer, and Anderson. Dakota Storer with the basketball. Up top for Cool. Work it into the corner. Kosman, long three. Got it. Right on the edge. He'll put it down. That was a big bucket for the MNAC. It's 52-47.
They needed something to come back to life here.
Rummel now off the rotor. Down low. Wittrock up and in. Good movement by the MAC. Kosman quickly backdoor pass intended for Jones. Led him just a little too far.
Yeah, it's not quite the wheels that he was looking for.
So here comes the MAC up by 7, 54-47. Wittrock, and that's got to be an over and back,
for
yes.
Sure. Yep.
He had both feet over. Julius tried to get both feet over, but the ball had already touched in the backcourt. So once you get all 3 points across, only takes one to go back the other way.
Yes, sir.
54-47. Kosman into the paint, drive, scoops it up and in. And he's fouled. Max Kosman, 1-on-4.
1-on-4. Yeah, credit that little move there at the elbow to create that space and put everyone out of position all at once and draw the foul.
And he did it with a burst of speed and a chance to cut this back to a 4-point game. The former Hyannis Longhorn couldn't get the free throw to go, but it's, well, still loose.
Wow.
Saved in by Wittrock, but into the hands of Anderson. Anderson then steps out of bounds.
Yep.
Trying to dance the line, he couldn't keep it. That ball flirted with the line 2 or 3 times.
Sure did.
And now we're seeing backcourt pressure. So lead ahead. Nate Billy into the game from Garden County. Back reverse side pass intended for Nicholas Denning of South Platte. It goes off his knee and a turnover.
Got a couple of fast kids moving into the lineup here too now for the MNAC, so it'll be curious to see if they can open things up in transition like they've had a lot of success doing.
Connor Cooksley and Cole Kramer coming back in the lineup. 2:50 remaining here in the third. Cooksley up top. Kosman on the left wing, steps back, no pass available there. He gets it down low. Cool from 18 feet. Silas Cool with the bucket. It's a one-possession game, 54-51.
And that's Cool's first bucket of the night.
It was an 8-point game here just a little bit ago. Wittrock from the wing knocks it down. 57-51, and about every time the MNAC makes a move, the MAC has an answer. Nice drive by Cooksley. Puts it up, no good, but he draws the foul on Nicholas Dennig.
Yeah, and the MAC right now just looks like they know what they want to do and how they want to attack this MNAC team, and they're having a lot of success.
Connor Cooksley at the line. Free throw up and no good. I'll tell you what, for the All-Star game earlier tonight, the girls, where the MNAC won, 17 of 20 from the free throw line for the MNAC girls.
Wow.
And 4 of 6 for the MAC girls. That was a pretty impressive free throw shooting in that first game tonight.
Absolutely.
Connor Cooksley makes 1 of 2 here. It's 57-52. 2:13 to go, third quarter. Rummel, that was
close.
He stuck the landing.
Yes, yeah.
Up
Planted
top,
a foot.
Roeder for 3, no good. And I'm going to say more than likely, not having seen Zach Roeder play much, I'm going to say that's probably not his forte, but it's an all-star game. You probably don't see him shoot as many threes.
Sure.
And that's part of the fun of playing in these all-star games.
Yeah, play out of your comfort zone.
Connor Cooksley into the forecourt. He'll back it up, looked at a 3, drives in the paint. Intended that one for Storer. I think he thought Storer was going to go toward the bucket, and Dakota stayed back a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It's kind of just one of those things that you see with these kids have not played with each other all that frequently, more against each other. So it's kind of it's tough to communicate on the fly.
Nate Billy back in, gets it over to Roeder. On the wing, they kind of back off of him, actually challenging him to shoot that three. Wittrock gets it back to Roeder, dribbles in. Now Wittrock for a three. That one's off the iron. Run down in the corner by Cooksley. He wants to run into the forecourt. Crossover dribble. Lobs over to the right side to Cool. Now Kramer, he'll shoot the three, no good. There's Storr to tip it up, no good. But he'll go to the line to shoot free throws as he draws the foul.
They're going to get Rummel for that, maybe? Yep.
That's his second. So Dakota Storr from Arthur County, going to be a diesel mechanic in the future. He's going to go to Milford Community College. That's a good diesel mechanic school. Makes the first. Makes it a 57-53 ball game.
And he's also in the score sheet for the first time tonight.
Have a chance to add to that right here and make it a one-possession game. Still got a whole quarter to go, and again, we're playing 10-minute quarters, so second free throw, in and out, no good, but Kramer with the rebound. Strong move down low, pump fakes, puts it up and in.
And they're right back in it.
57-55. Let's see if the MAC has an answer. They have almost every time so far in this third quarter tonight. Marquez off the right side, driving, might have got away with a walk, but he knocked it down from 8. Off balance, he threw it up and it went home, high off the glass.
What a shot.
59-55. Silas Cool working against Vargas, gets a screen, bounce down low. Kramer, 5-foot fadeaway, wouldn't go. Luke Caston with the rebound, under 35 seconds to go here in the quarter. Wittrock finds the trailer. Vargas comes up with it, taking it in against Burnside,
nice
puts it up and in.
It's a really nice move from Vargas there to get around the defender and go right at the hoop.
And the MAC has had the answer again. They're back up by 6. Oh, nice drop off down low for Kramer by Cooksley. 61-57, 13 seconds to go in the quarter.
Kramer almost thought about dunking that.
Marquez, 3, no good. Kramer the rebound with 7 seconds remaining. Still in the backcourt, gets it ahead for Burnside. Tipped around, stolen away by Caston. He'll launch one from three-quarter court. Off the backboard, no good. He had people all around him. He had it measured up pretty good, but off to the left side. We head to the fourth quarter. Your score, the MAC 61, the MNAC 57. You're listening to the Thunderbird 95.3.
Right up there on the list of worst emergencies to have.
Absolutely.
The next time you're facing one, give Squires Septic Service a call. 870-0717. He's ready to take your call 24 hours a day.
Absolutely.
His sewer camera can find problems fast to save you money. Plus, he can clear drains with Roto-Rooter or Jetter. Oh, and Gary has Porta units too. Squires Septic Service of Myrna. 870-0717. Don't wait to call until it's too late.
Absolutely not.
Agland ATV would like to acknowledge all the local athletes and coaches from our area. We are proud of the athletes for the sportsmanship, hard work, and dedication that they put into each season. Agland ATV knows all about working hard and playing hard, just like a Polaris. Best of luck to all the local teams from Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
ATVs can be hazardous to operate. Polaris adult models are for riders age 16 and older. Always wear a helmet and be sure to take a training course. Polaris machines are not intended for on-road use.
And we return here to Sutherland High School Gymnasium. We go to the fourth quarter. 61-57, the MAC leading the MNAC here in the boys contest. Cooksley, lob down low. Lusk, he couldn't get it to go. Blake Lusk had a good look, but it wouldn't fall for him, and the rebound taken out of there by the MAC. Dylan Juliff's pump fake. Gets it up top for Caston. Left side, Marquez. He'll throw up the 3. Off the iron, no good. Long rebound out to Kramer. Kramer, behind the back dribble. Goes over to the right side, being hawked there by Marquez. Connor Cooksley's 3, no good. And the rebound brought down by Burnside, but then taken away by Marquez. He may draw the foul, though.
They gave Marquez a lot of space on the other end to take that 3. That's not something you want to do if you're the MNAC, to try to stay in this game.
Well, that last play, Caleb Burnside went up high for that rebound. Clayton Moore off the left side, 18-footer off the iron, no good. Tipped around, controlled by Caston, lead ahead. Vargas out front of everyone. He's in there, lays it up too strong. There's the follow, though, by Ernest. Justin Ernest coming from behind to take care of the business. 63-57. Cooksley fakes the three, drives into the paint, and will draw the reach-in foul.
Looks like that's going to be on Julius maybe.
8 minutes, 56 remaining here in this contest.
No, it's on Marquez. That's my mistake.
That's his third.
Wow.
Nobody with 4, though, yet. Kramer bounced down low, intended that for more. That was a tight fit.
Yeah, it was.
And it did not connect. So here comes the MAC again. They can make this a 3-possession game. They've kept it 1-3 pretty much most of the second half. Marquez, nice bounce pass down low to Ernest, and a reach-in foul going to go against the MNAC.
I think Clayton Moore, and that might be his first of the night.
4th team foul, so neither team in the bonus, although the MNAC will shoot free throws on the next foul. Inbounds goes to Julius. Knife move. High off the glass, he puts it home, and it is back to a 3-possession game of 65-57.
There's still time. You just have to really attack the basket and score quickly here if you're the MNAC.
And the MNAC's been playing from behind most of this game. There's Moore with a strong move. And Clayton Moore, you know, we've seen that the years we've followed him. He likes to do things in the fourth quarter. He comes up with the steal here. Ball, though, who kicked it off? They're going to say it went off the foot of the MAC. I'm not sure whose foot that really went off, but
it certainly looks like it came off a foot.
It came off a foot for sure. And the official said it was kicked, but he said it was by the MAC. So Lance Jones back in. Connor Cooksley sits down. So it's Jones, Moore, Kramer, Denayer, and Burnside. Lob down low to Kramer. Turns around, 5-footer. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Ernest. Ernest working against Jones.
Nice move.
Flows into the forecourt. Finds Julius. Now out to Caston. Back to Julius from the corner for a 3. Couldn't get it to go, but there's Vargas with the rebound. Follow. Works against Denayer, and he kisses it off the glass for 2. Quick pass the other way. Knocked away. Kramer was the intended receiver, but Jones comes up with it. Then Caston strips it away, tips it back into Julius. Rummel comes the other direction. Off to Vargas, left side. Ball knocked away by Burnside. 1-on-1 the other way. Moore with the dunk.
Oh, man.
And Luke Caston just said, go ahead.
Yeah, he's not going to get in his way.
He didn't challenge him. He just said, it's your turn. 67-61. Vargas for a 3 off the iron. Rebound brought down by Denayer. Triple teamed in the backcourt. And it's stolen away, but it was kicked by Vargas. And so it'll stay. Yeah, so it'll stay with the MNAC. Lane Anderson coming in. Caleb Burnside will sit down. 7:11 remaining, 67-61. The Minuteman Conference on top. The MNAC won this game last year in a pretty tight one. The MNAC girls won pretty easily earlier tonight. But the MAC boys have led this one most of the way. But they have not been able to pull away from the MNAC. Kosman also back in there. Toes up a 3. Fade away.
Wow.
Knocks it home. And it's a 1-possession game, 67-64. 6:50 remaining here in the game. Off the left side with the basketball, that's Caston to Rummel. Into the paint, Vargas spins the other direction. Pump fake, puts it up and in again.
Wow.
Johnny Vargas out of Garden County working his magic down low. 69-64. Lane Anderson. Dish off. Denayer from the free throw line. In and out, no good. Tipped up, kept alive. Jones to Moore. Kosman a long 3. No. But there's Jones with the board, and he couldn't get it to go. Got the rebound blocked out of there by Julius. And Rummel comes away with the rebound. Ahead to Julius. They've got a 3-on-0. Ahead down to Ernest, but now the MNAC is back. They had a 3-on-0, and they couldn't come up with the ball cleanly. Julius on the left wing. Skip pass right side for Rummel. 5:55 remaining, 5-point game, 69-64. Vargas, 30 feet away. He'll dribble in, working against Kosman. Lost it, got it back, kept it alive, dishes it off to Caston. Oh, nice feed back into Vargas, puts it up and in. Johnny Vargas can shoot outside, and he can work magic inside.
Yeah, sure can.
71-64, 5.5 remaining. Mac back by 7. Kosman, left elbow, puts it up, in and out, no good. Denayer the rebound, back out to Moore. His 3, no good. Run down in the corner by Rummel. Quick outlet to Julius. Feed ahead, that's going to be stolen away by Kosman. They've got numbers. Kosman had it knocked away by Rummel now. Mac back defensively. Denayer back out to Kosman. Right side, Jones for 3, that's off the mark. Taken out of there by Caston. Lob ahead to Julius. Julius runs it down, lays it up, left it short. He got caught up underneath. Then he's called for the foul, trying to get it back.
Man.
And that's going to put Max Kosman to the line for a 1-and-1.
You need all these points you can get right here, especially as no team has really been having a whole lot of luck scoring in these opening minutes.
And we're going to have a timeout taken. 4:58 to go in the contest. The MAC on top of the MNAC, 71-64.
Begin. Burning Bank enables you to manage your finances from the bleachers, sidelines, or wherever you are with 24/7 access to your accounts. Check your balances with mobile banking, reimburse friends and family for concession stand goods with Zelle, and even set up automatic payments or reminders to never miss a payment again with Bill Pay. The ball is in your court. Burning Bank is a proud sponsor of area athletics and wishes all student athletes a safe and successful season. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
Sargent Irrigation may be known worldwide, but their roots are right here in central Nebraska, something they are very proud of. They hire right here in the heartland and know their success is due to those quality employees. As a way of showing support for the community, Sargent Irrigation sponsors high school sports broadcasts, so those unable to attend can follow the action. Enjoy the broadcast, sponsored in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
With videographer Brent Apperson, with Grant Winterer, I'm Larry Kottner. We're courtside at Sutherland High School Gymnasium, the boys all-star game between the Minuteman Activities Conference and the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference. 71-64, the MAC on top. Free throw no good by Max Kosman, and the MAC comes away with the ball. Julius quickly down court, finds Vargas in the corner. Clock now a factor with 4:48 remaining in this game. Wittrock from Potter Dix for the MAC. Leaves it off for Julius. Julius lobbed up top. Caston working against Moore. And they're eating a little bit of clock here on this possession.
Yeah, and the MNAC's trying to put a little bit of pressure up top as well, it looks like.
Caston looked like he had a lane there for a minute, but that long reach by Clayton Moore, he poked it away from behind. Storer will come back in. Denayer will sit down. 4.5 exactly remaining. Inbounds by Rummel. Gets it into Julius. Pump fakes from the corner. Now gives off Vargas. Vargas into traffic. Ran into his own player. And that one a little too strong. Storer with the rebound. Stolen.
Wow.
Laying it home. Johnny Vargas.
He's been all over the place this half.
73-64. One of the biggest leads of the half. Moore drives. Goes to the left hand and lays it home. 73-66. Rummel in the backcourt will bring it across the timeline, center court. Work it over to the right side for Julius. Give off now for Caston. Moore on him pretty tight. Now Vargas, he'll launch the 3 and got it! Max Kosman's right in his face, and he nailed it.
And that's 16 for Vargas this half alone.
Clayton Moore's 3 no good, and there's Wittrock with the rebound. Stripped from behind by Jones. Pump fake, puts it up and in. That's huge for the MNAC. They were down by 10 and were going to give up the possession. Jones stripped it back and got it back to an 8-point game.
Now it's manageable even with 3.5 to play. They just have to lock down defensively.
3:22 remaining. Vargas again. That one won't go. Moore with the rebound. Outlet to Kosman. 3:15 on the clock. Kosman to the free throw line. Drives. Nowhere to go. Reverse shot from 10. No good. Nobody there offensively to pick it up, so Julius will take it home. Lead ahead to Wittrock. He'll slow it up on the wing. Now Julius up top, and the MAC will slow it up a little bit. Clock is their friend. Down low, Caston, and a reach-in strip by Moore. Moore got ball, but he wanted to make sure he wasn't going to get that shot up. We saw Caston earlier get fouled or hit pretty good with contact, and he still scooped one up and in.
Yes, he can still score despite it.
Strong kid. Puts it up, no good on the free throw. He'll have a second one. Burnside comes in. Kramer comes in. Cooksley comes in. Kosman, Kuhl, and Jones will all sit down for the MNAC. It's Vargas, Wittrock, Caston, Rodert, and Rummel in there now for the MAC. And now Ernest will come back in, and Caston will sit down. Second free throw by Caston, good, and it's 77-68. Clayton Moore, I don't know if he realizes the ball's rolling his way up. He just kind of acting like he doesn't. He'll take it all the way in, put up the 10-footer. It wouldn't go, and the rebound nicely brought down by Rummel. Outlet ahead to Rodert. Goes back to Rummel.
Wow, what a move.
Nice crossover dribble. Gets it ahead to Ernest. 2:38 remaining. 9-point advantage. Rummel down low, working against Burnside. Had the advantage, couldn't get it to go. And on the rebound, it'll be last touch by Burnside. Caleb Burnside, basically a point guard. He was working against Rummel down there, and he held his own.
Yeah, it was really impressive to see him just stand tall as he could and poke that ball out of bounds.
Ernest down low, and there's Vargas
again.
Finding the seam, and it's a double-digit lead, 79-68. Moore into the forecourt. Works the left side. Double-teamed. Now keeps the dribble. Dish off. Storer fading away. Nails it from the free throw line. Dakota Storer with the bucket. And a quick 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. 2:13 remaining. 79-70. The MAC on top.
Dads like to be comfortable. It doesn't matter if they're working out, working on a project, or relaxing. This week, save 25% off regular priced apparel for Father's Day at Geared for Sports on the Square. They have a great stock of athletic and sportswear, from Husker fan gear to local teams. Dad will love the apparel you get him at Geared for Sports, or let him do the shopping and get a gift certificate. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4 in Broken Bow. Geared for Sports.
We come back to Sutherland. The MAC leading the MNAC 79-70, 2:13 remaining. MAC with the basketball in the backcourt. It's Justin Ernest. Ernest double team. Now back to Rodert. Going to have to cross the timeline. Big guy will draw it across himself. Nice pass down low to Wittrock. Now to Rummel. MNAC still has a foul to give. Vargas on the drive, scoops it up. Got it! With the left hand.
What a game he's put together in all parts of the floor.
I think we have a nominee for player of the game right there. And now Connor Cooksley with the travel.
Jeez.
Johnny Vargas, inside, outside. Ernest, lead it ahead. Finds Rodert, bounce down low, intended for Wittrock, tipped away by Storer. Retrieved by Ernest, couldn't get it to go. Finally taken out of there by Clayton Moore. Now Cole Kramer puts it up. Storer with the follow up and in. 81-72. Wittrock, feed ahead for Ernest. Now over to Vargas. Vargas working against Cooksley. Crossover dribble with 1:11 remaining. Wittrock up top. And a quick foul on Dakota Storer. That will not result in free throws, as that's the 16th foul. Nate Billy will come back in the lineup. Along the sideline, it'll be tossed in by Justin Ernest. Max Kosman's going to come back in. Burnside will sit down for the MNAC. 1:07 remaining. Ernest into Vargas, has a step along the baseline, slapped away though by Cooksley, who recovered nicely. Gives off to Ernest, into the paint. Rodert puts it up and in. Back to a double-digit lead, 83-72. Moore all the way to the hole, puts it up, no good, but he drew the foul.
Nice.
Felt the contact on the bucket from Rodert, Zach Rodert. Clayton Moore will shoot 2 free throws. 51.6 remaining. Rodert, he's going to be going to South Dakota State to take aviation.
Huh.
You don't see that one every day.
No, you don't. That's awesome. So flying planes, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Clayton Moore with the free throw makes it a 10-point game. 83-73. Denning back in. Caston back in. Juliff's back in. Benitez is back in. By the way, Anthony Benitez, he was kind of a late addition. It was supposed to be Seth Wilbur of Creek Valley, who could not make it, so they replaced him with Anthony Benitez of Minnetonka. And now in the backcourt, a foul will go on Clayton Moore. And the MAC will shoot free throws, up 10, with 48.8 remaining.
You got to think that either one of these made might put the game away.
Yeah, it'll be Trent Marquez at the line. From Bayard, puts it up. And I'm gonna overstep myself and say Bayard Tigers, I do believe. We don't call the MAC very often. Second one is good. 85-73 the score. Cooksley into the forecourt. He'll drive the right side, take it all the way. A nice dish off to Kramer, but he missed it. Tried to tip it up, couldn't get it to go, but he'll get fouled by Denny. So Cole Kramer, he's kind of grabbing his head, saying, how did I miss that?
Missed it twice. They were right under the bucket.
And I believe this will be a two-shot opportunity. That's the fourth foul, by the way, on Nicholas Dennig. Not that that really matters with 40.5 remaining. Free throw good by Kramer. Lance Jones back in. Clayton Moore will sit down. Also Lane Anderson back in, and Connor Cooksley will have a seat. Both the boys' teams had 11 players. Second free throw by Kramer, no good. Rebound Marquez stripped away by Kramer. He'll take it strong. The hole, and that's blocked by Juliffs. Dylan Juliffs has had a number of blocks. It'll be Anderson from the baseline right side. Gets it into Kosman. He'll toe up a three off the iron, no good. Rebound brought down by Lusk. Tipped out to Kosman. No look pass over to Kramer. He'll just go ahead and launch a three and hit it. Cole Kramer, not known for his three-point shooting, knocks it down to a 8-point game at 85-77. Jones trying to strip it from Marquez. Takes it into the forecourt, and they may let him dribble it out now. Caston with 10 seconds remaining. He'll hold on to it. Kosman's down there. They said, get it to Denning so he can get a bucket, and he does. Kosman even told him to do it. That's good to see.
Yeah, you'll love that.
Nicholas Denning of South Platte getting the bucket. And your final score, the MAC, the Minuteman Activities Conference, defeats the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference in the boys' game, 87-77. We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap things up from Sutherland here on 95.3.
Is dedicated to partnering with you to inspire healthy living through quality care with integrity, respect, and responsibility. We know our most important resource is our employees. The best planning, equipment, or facility mean nothing without an amazing staff. Rewarding career opportunities are available. Visit melham.org/careers to see current openings and to apply. Melham Medical Center, large enough to serve, small enough to care.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Boot Bobcats, or Silver debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
The Grocery Cart is proud to bring you this sports broadcast. The case is always full of delicious food you can have right away, or talk to the staff about your upcoming event and they'll make food for you. There's a wide selection of salads, and don't forget Chester's chicken buckets and strips. If the occasion calls for a cake, you can have it decorated how you'd like. Call the GK Deli at 872-2206 or stop by inside the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
When your car gets dented, dinged, smashed, or smacked, The last thing you should have to worry about is it being in the right hands to get it fixed. When you choose Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow, your vehicle will leave their shop looking great. Don't forget, Rod can also help you with those windshield chips. Take care of them before they get worse and cost you more money. If your windshield already needs replaced, they can do that too. Rod's Body and Paint on the curb, west of Broken Bow.
We come back to Sutherland High School Gymnasium. The boys' game just finished up. The Minuteman Activities Conference wins it over the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference, 87-77. And with the final numbers in the boys' contest, here's Grant Winterer.
Thank you, Larry. Well, for the MNAC boys, Caleb Burnside finished with 2 points, Max Kostman with 10, Clayton Moore led all scorers on his team with 16, Blake Lusk had 9, Connor Cooksley finished with 5 points, Dakota Storer with 5, all coming in the second half. Lance Jones finished with 5 as well. Deacon Denayer and Silas Kuhl finished with 2 apiece, and Cole Kramer finished with 15. For the MAC boys, Nicholas Denig get the final bucket of the game and finishes with 2. Trent Marquez had 12. Johnny Vargas, who was named the game's MVP, finished with 25 points, 20 of them coming in the second half. Luke Caston finished with 18 for the second highest scorer on the MAC boys. Dylan Juliffs had 10 points. Carter Wittrock, had 6. Nate Billy had 2. Court Rummel, Zach Rodert, and Justin Ernest all had 4 apiece. It looks like I am now joined by Brent Apperson, who ran
Grant,
camera.
Yeah,
Howdy.
well, I was wishing you wouldn't have said that. I think we did okay, but if I didn't do well, I was hoping you'd keep my name out of it. But yeah, as we wrap it up for tonight, I want to say thanks to Larry Kottner, who helped us call tonight's games. Big thanks to Grant, ran the camera on the first game, helped us out with color here on game number 2. As we close it out, we want to say a big thank you to Chris Kunsel with Mullen Public Schools. Chris is the one who reached out to us a year ago to ask us if we would be involved in broadcasting this event. We obviously said yes. We appreciate the invite back for a second year, and we assume hopefully we'll be back next year as well. Again, want to say thanks to Sutherland Public Schools for opening up their doors to us and to everybody to come and enjoy this wonderful event here on this June evening. That's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. For Larry Kottner, for Grant Winterer, for all of the sponsors that made the broadcast possible on video and radio, I'm Brent Apperson. So long, everybody.
Coverage of high school sports. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Also, a special word of thanks goes out to
the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean. And Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a 3-time state medalist, and there, a really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Bay at the buzzer, hits the 3, nice-looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long 3, got it!
Nice, Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep 3, hit it. That's a 3 for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau. Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos. A three. Got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Ryan, nice post move, lays it up and in and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long three, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Bounce pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry. Handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass and broke